Good for you.
Or you're live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube. We're live. Guys, the camera you're seeing on TikTok, that is the front of the boat, and we're gonna get ready to leave. Man, I can't believe how close up that is.
It is very close up. Maybe we need to call them about it.
What?
Maybe we can talk to them about it.
I can ask Robert. Let's see if Robert's up right now. What's that?
YouTube Live.
Oh, YouTube Live?
Yep.
YouTube Live looks good.
It's great.
Guys, we're out on the lake. 3 people joined already. Thank you guys for joining. I'm working on the TikTok vision. If you can see the back console, are they on the back camera?
Yeah,
if you're on the rear camera, guys, what you can see is you can see this vision. Swipe right to view more comments. Swipe right to view more comments.
no, for you.
Oh, swipe right. Swipe to close. Uh-oh. Did I just close it?
No. There you go.
Oh, I wonder why it said say hi, everybody. Hello, Roy, David, Mac. Got a bunch of you guys. We're out on the lake today. I am texting Robert right now to find out if there's a way to adjust this camera. I'm going to take this thing off. Is that okay? Anything makes a difference?
No.
Or should I leave it on?
No, you can peel off. It's screen protector. It's just a factory.
I was hoping that'd make the picture better, but it didn't. So via text, you want me to ask me if there's a way to just zoom out on the camera?
Yeah. Well, no, that's going to be inside TikTok, but the camera looks that same way in the camera app built in.
So are we asking?
It's the camera.
Yeah, so we can ask if there's a way to zoom out the camera on Sea Monster?
Well, I think it's just going to be the camera itself.
Okay. Guys, everybody, thank you for joining. We are getting ready to go. I'm going to do a system check of the lake real quick. Burn a lot of gas today. 0 wind. Maybe a tournament going on. I'm going to check a couple spots, but I don't think I'm going to fish them. For the most part, Danny.
What's up?
It's Sunday. Is there a tournament going on out here today?
I don't know. There could be. Let me look.
Do they do hog hunters every Sunday or no?
I think they do, but let me look. Let's see.
I'm on the lake right now with Fred. We're going to go out and do some live streaming, and I'm just trying. There's 0 wind out here. It's flat, dead calm. And we got people joining us. What is this? Like 1.2K.
Yeah, that's how many likes it's gotten already.
Already?
Yeah.
But is this only like, is this just 5 people on it right now, or 6?
I think so, yes.
So they drop in and out like 7? Those of you on TikTok, we're watching the numbers go up and
They're
down.
on Lake Dunlap.
What?
They're on Lake Dunlap.
Dunlop? Oh, okay, so there's no tournament here
I
today.
think.
What?
They didn't post anything about a tournament this week.
Okay, good. Well, you sound like you just woke up. Sorry to wake you up.
No, I've been up. I was talking to Jeremy.
I'm going up the river.
Oh, wait. What's today, the 16th?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're out there.
Today's not the 16th. We fished the 16th.
We already got
Oh,
10
we did?
watching.
What?
We already got 10 watching.
No, today's
There's no
the
tournament out there
22nd
today.
or
Yeah, there's no
23rd.
tournament today.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna go up the river. I'm on TikTok. We're live streaming, so we're going.
Sweet. Good deal.
Bye.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. If I close this, do I lose TikTok? Do I not
No,
want
you
to?
don't. You can close out all that stuff.
I can close out.
Yep.
Okay, guys, we're going up the river. Welcome to the weekend. First wakeboard boat. For those of you tuning in, we're live streaming. We're going up the Guadalupe River today. So if you can hear me on TikTok, or if you can hear me on our live streams, we're live streaming on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And what we're doing is it's the weekend, Sunday, and I'm going to do a little recon. So I'm going to live stream as we go all the way up the river today. The lake is flooded, Canyon Lake. It came up 30 feet or higher. I'm going to stop every now and then and hit a couple key little areas on the way, but for the most part, I'm headed up the river into the Guadalupe, and we're going to go to the end of the Guadalupe and just check it out, work our way back. Take a look and see what it looks like up there and how the fishing is. I'm fishing all new shit today. All new stuff, guys. So we're live streaming right now, and I'm just going to run away from the Sunday boat traffic. It's going to be a zoo out here today. 100-degree day. 100-degree day. Boats will be all over out here. Jet skiers, everybody else. So I've opted to make a big run. lake has come up 30 foot. So what I'm doing here is I just want to check a spot that I used to love when the water was low. Bunch of rocks, old foundations, really cool stuff out here.
Ethan and Jeff say, "What's up, guys?"
Ethan and Jeff, thanks for joining, man. Kind of an impromptu. Give it a try. Come out here and live stream program. So this is 31 foot of water. I used to fish this spot and they were visible out of the water, but now they're completely submerged. So what I'm gonna do is there's a bunch of juice on the tip of this point. I'm gonna get out on the tip of this point and just 34 foot right in the river channel. We're gonna go up the river today. Hi, Ethan. Hey, everybody. What we're doing today is an exploratory live stream. We want to see what it's like to go all the way up the river today. So we are going to uncharted waters here. We're gonna go way, way, way up where I've never been. I got all my flipping sticks, my frogs, all my other stuff set up. Turn on the live scope. Come out here for a minute. TikTok, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it's so close. We called Robert at Power Pole trying to figure that out. YouTube, Instagram, everybody else. This is gonna be we're doing an exploratory live stream. And what I got out here is foundations like there's no tomorrow. There's these big foundations and a bunch of junk out here. I just want to fish it real quick. The goal today is to get up the river. All the way up the river. For those of you that stay with me today, we're going to go way, 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 way up the Guadalupe River. The Guadalupe River feeds this lake and it flooded. So the lake is 25, 30 foot higher than when I was out here before up the river. It's a whole new place. Jeff, the watercolor it looks good. It's kind of it ain't swim bait water, but I like the watercolor. It's better than it was. It was mud. When that Guadalupe flooded, it was rolling down here. Which camera, that one? That one, the console cam? Oh, and there's your, if it gets hot. I got Fred out here with me today. He's the engineer that's, let me point forward here and see if I can, engineer that's gonna be helping us figure this whole system out. And what I'm going to do, what I need to do, what I'll do with you, just so you know, Fred, I'll just push this button here, and then, we don't have handheld.
I don't have anything.
Oh, never mind. I just realized, I was like, what am I thinking? See, I'm not even that technologically sound. We don't have handheld. I won't reference the scope too much. I just wanted to get here to introduce everybody what's going on. Hi, everybody. We're live streaming. Today is the Guadalupe River run. We are going all the way to the end of the river. We're going to go all the way up this lake to where it ends. To where there's no more water. You can't go any farther. That means we're going to burn a bunch of gas. We are going to burn a lot of gas today because we are going for a very scenic tour. I'm going to stop and fish my way up, get all the way to the end, fish my way back down, hitting anything that looks good. We're interactive, so Fred's over there reading comments. Anybody wants to ask a question or make a suggestion or anything else, you're more than welcome to. I'm gonna ease around here and find my foundation, because there's a foundation out here. And there's fish right there. The fish have been, the last couple tournaments, all the fish are coming deep. Lake came up too fast. Water is becoming sour up there with probably the rotting vegetation, I'm guessing. But what you have is a lot of deep fish, more so than you would expect. You get up there shallow and you see some bluegill and some tilapia up there, but you don't see a lot of bass up there. You don't catch a lot of bass up there. But my gosh, this lake is chock full, like chock full. So today's going to be a fun day. We're just going to go adventuring together. We never advertise this. This is a Sunday morning impromptu live stream with nothing more than testing our concepts, checking all of our systems, seeing if everything works well or not. And I thought maybe I'd come to this point which has so much stuff on it and catch a fish. Is that a fish? That is a fish. He was in a tree. Oh, it's a good one too. That's a good one. That's a good fish to start the day right there. Look at this. Here he comes. Oh, wow. Woo! That's a way to start the day. There you go. You took my Ica and broke it. That fish is sitting right there on top of the stuff. See, they're out deep right now. It's crazy, but they're out deep. All that flooded water up there, all those bushes, all that stuff, bluegill, tilapia, and everything. And these fish are sitting there looking down. They're eating crawdads, but they're, yeah. And I lost my bait, but there you go. That's a good way to start the morning.
Frank says, what's up? Can't hang out going crabbing.
Frank, this one's for you, buddy. We're interactive. What's up, Frank? Hey, thank you for Byron's Bunker eBay. I caught this fish on one of the things on eBay, Byron's Bunker. So I don't have any auctions running right now, but I got to get this guy back in the water. Woo, he's done. Frank, you'll be seeing that one in about 2 seconds. And he broke my bait. So what happened there, everybody, was my bait got split in half, which is the unfortunate part of this bait being ripped apart by the fish. And it's down there. It went flying down there. What I'm throwing is the Ica. The weight came out of it. There's the weight. The weight came out of it and it's busted. So I got to take this one and throw it away. I'll break out another one. And I'll reset my hook. But let's see if there's any more in this foundation before we run up the river. I love these pin, circle, twist, lock hooks. Frank's going crabbing. Good luck, Frank. I hope you catch him crabbing today. Sometimes it's not worth it. You just cut it all off and reset, because what happened was the knot got under the center pin. Jesus, I hate when that happens. Hey Fred, your good luck. That was quick. It was quick. It was like I knew he was there. Let's see if I can get you another one real. 13 on YouTube. We're going to quick because we're catching fish, baby. Because we're on them. And I didn't even plan on stopping here except just to say hi to everybody. And the fish said we're here too. So let's get another one of these out. Okay, here's the deal. For those of you that are watching, I'm going through these things like crazy. First thing you do, I'm fishing deep. So what I'm doing is I'm sticking this lead. I'm putting a lead into it and I'm filling it all the way up with a lead nail. I like to be straight. Okay. Thank you, 13 of you that are joining us. We're interactive on YouTube. We're interactive on Instagram and all the other channels. I like to leave a little lead out so it clicks into the rock, if you know what I'm saying.
Jeff says, I've been night fishing here at Pickwick lately with this terrible heat. Nothing like smallmouth at night on a spinnerbait.
Oh my God, I was talking about that in the last live stream, Jeff. I'd love to be out here at night. I could imagine how good the fishing is out here at night. I can only imagine. Summertime, full moon. Water is 90 degrees, guys. Or just about 90 degrees is the water temperature. Fred and I are not going to be sitting in one place very long today because it's so hot. So we're going to be moving and gooving pretty quick. I'm going to be covering a lot of water. But for all of you watching, lesson number 1, never tie a Palomar on fluorocarbon. If any of you ever watch this show live stream, we do it every Thursdays interactively on the YouTube channel. Never, ever, 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 ever tie a Palomar fluorocarbon. I got a kink in the line there. Okay, improved clinch is my knot of choice. It's fast, it's easy, it's good, it works. But a Palomar on fluorocarbon cuts into itself and snaps. Aaron Martins used to call it a Pala snap. And a Pala snap is this darn knot. The Palomar on fluorocarbon will literally cinch itself down and cut right through itself because it's a loop knot. So you don't want that. You want an improved clinch, get it to slide down the line, Much more forgiving. And then what I could do with it, I tell you, with any Yamamotos, take your fingernail and scrape them. Scrape the bait and emulsify that thing. I like to get that salt coming out of it. You're gonna get your hands pretty salty. You're gonna rinse off your hands afterwards.
Bryce Atchison says fishing with a 15-foot thermocline in the Ozarks. Can I get a drop shot and flipping a bait?
Bryce fishing the Ozarks today. What'd he say?
He said he's going to be drop shotting and flipping a big.
Drop shotting and flipping it. We're gonna go flipping today. We're going up the river. This was just a quick stop, just on an awesome point that has a lot of personality. When the water was low, there's all kinds of foundations and concrete rocks and steps. And this. If anybody knows Canyon Lake, they know exactly where I'm sitting. If I tell them I'm sitting on a point with a bunch of foundations, because this place is nuts. I mean, nuts with foundations. There's all kinds of hard stuff up here. You could sit here, you can't make a bad cast up in this direction as far as putting your bait on top of some really good juicy stuff. And we're not gonna stay here long because it's hot today, guys. Hot. Fred's already got an umbrella out. We are gonna be, I'm gonna make just a few more casts. I caught that one fish. He came on, I think maybe the first or second cast. It probably was the first cast of the day. Does anybody else think that's a jinx? Any of you guys watching? When you get bit out, catch a fish on your first cast, that's like, oh boy, this is not gonna be a good day. Anybody else believe that? Because I've had those days. But I'm not making excuses. I just want to go up the river. I want to go up, 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 and then come back down. We're going to do a lot more running than fishing today. So if you stay with me, you're going to go up the Guadalupe today. We're going to go all the way up the Guadalupe to the very end. We're going to go to where this lake starts, which I've never seen before because the lake came up 30-something feet. So with the lake being up this high,
Bryce says, why didn't I improve clinch break the knot on the hook set yesterday?
Bryce, improved clinch, broke on a hook set. I'm wondering if that's fluorocarbon or braided, and then it could always be the knot. You got to wet the thing and all the other fun stuff.
And then Ethan says, glue that nail weight, LOL.
Yeah, Ethan, I know. Glue the nail weight. I'm being lazy. It's a lead nail weight, and I hear you, Ethan. I should be gluing it. Let's see if there's another fish out there real fast. I'm going to scope around. There's some right there. Ethan, it won't fall out, I hope. There's fish right there in 16 foot of water. It's funny how all this good flooded stuff, you talk about pretty pictures if you go up in those tules and willows and all that. And these fish are hard on the outside shoreline. Hard interested in sitting out here deep. Like I'm offshore, you know, I'm 16, 18, 20 foot of water, 25 foot of water.
Byron, we're at 22 already.
22, oh! 22 people on a Sunday are out here joined us on YouTube. This is awesome. Thank you guys for coming out. I think they're all here to watch the bikini pattern. They heard it was Sunday and there's a boat on the lake and there goes the bikinis right by us. For all of you watching, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Which camera? Is it always this one?
It's always constant.
Oh, it's always console? It's never rear?
Until we run.
Until we run. All right, guys. What we're going to do today is we're going to go up the Guadalupe. And we're going to go to the very end of this place. I want to go all the way up it. So I just want to stop real quick. Give you guys, our next stop is just going to be hitting trees, hitting points, hitting anything that's good. I'm not going to stop very much on the way up. So it's going to be a pretty long run. But then I'm really going to stop quite a bit coming back down when I start fishing my way back. But I'm going to go up it all the way to where we get into real skinny water. It's a really pretty boat ride. So you guys, it doesn't cost anything. No boat gas necessary, but we're going for a ride. Couple more casts here because I caught that fish. Oh, that sucks, Bryce. I trust an improved clinch. Like I said, Aaron called them Pala Snap, and Palomar knots are very unforgiving with fluorocarbon. But I guess any knot will break depending on the bad luck you have. There's fish swimming all around out there in front of these trees. You get these big trees out here. Got all this structure out here. This is just a super target-rich environment. Two guys could fish this point and cast anywhere on this point and be fishing good water. But it's getting hot, and I don't want to sit on one spot very long. So maybe I'll get lucky and catch a fish like that first one I just caught on every place I stop real quick. Gonna flip some trees, look at some mats, Go see what the river looks like, what the watercolor looks like. Really cool place we're going though. Way up the Guadalupe. I wonder how many boats we're going to see way up there. It's a boat ride. I mean, it's a major commitment. But I wanted to do this today with you guys because it's Sunday and I don't want to be on this lake Sunday because the boat traffic is going to be nuts. It's 100 degrees out here. Water temperature is 88 degrees right now. Woohoo! There's that rock ledge right there. And there's fish on that rock ledge too. Guys, we're getting ready to leave. Want to thank you guys for joining me. Here we go. If you're in for a boat ride today, I do not want to live down here in the lake. I want to introduce myself. I want to start the live stream. I want to see how TikTok's rolling. We can't read the chats on TikTok. But Fred's monitoring, so if you guys want to talk to us out here, you can talk to us on the YouTube channel. You can talk to us on Real Byron Velvick YouTube, if you guys are watching on TikTok, because we're interactive on YouTube, Instagram. What else, Fred? Am I missing something?
YouTube and Instagram.
YouTube and Instagram, we're live. Hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to do all of this. If TikTok gives us the key, we can read your comments there too. I'm going to look at the comments when I come back to the console. Oh, that felt like one right there. I'm going to read the comments.
Good pattern up the river.
No docks. No docks at all. Whoever said that, frog under the docks. This lake, Canyon Lake, fluctuates so much. There are no docks on this lake except for the marinas. And when we're going up the river, you're not going to see a single dock up the river. You're going to see a lot of willows, a lot of flooded stuff. And again, the lake coming up 35 feet. Crazy as that is, the lake coming up 35 feet, we're going up places where boats have not been in a very, 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 very long time. Boats have not been up there because the lake is flooded. And the houses, people look down. It was like last time I went up there a little ways, people were looking down there. I'm sure they don't see a lot of boats in their backyard. Big, beautiful houses, mansions up there. But I just thought coming up here, I caught a good one on my first cast. So for those of you joining now, sorry you missed it. First cast on this spot and I get bit like just like that. So I'm like, well, surely I'm going to get another bite, but it's that curse of first cast, catch a bass thing. It's a good thing it's not a tournament. Caught a good one on my very first cast here, literally 15 minutes ago. So that I make a few casts, flip around, see if I can get a fish for you guys besides that one, like I knew he was there. I made it look easy, didn't I, Fred?
Yeah, you did.
Hey, that's the problem is it's not easy. I made it look easy with the first cast. I thought maybe I'll just sit here and keep casting out there and catching one after another. I'm in 29 foot of water on the side of this place now. So let's go up the river. God, there's a freaking killer wall right there. Let me just put one more cast. Oh, guys, everybody's laughing. I know Ethan's cracking up right now. There is a sheer wall. Oh, wow. What was that? You guys see that blow up right there? Did you see that, Fred? So you can throw this Ike out there and just make it look like a bluegill darting around. Such a cool spot. I'm in 29 foot of water and I'm staring at literally a concrete freaking wall, 55 feet straight out there. And there's fish all around it, but they may be small. Let's see. Let me line up on it. Let me make the cast right there. I get the bait to sink down. There it is.
I wonder what song he's got stuck in his head today.
Ethan, I love it. You know me. You're like, what song does he have stuck in his head today? I know I started rapping to everybody. I started entertaining everybody with rap songs the other day. Right now, I'll be singing as I drive up the river. I'll come up with something. There's a lot of fish moving around on this thing. So I just want to bring it right to the edge of that cement right there and have it fall off of it and see if anybody eats it. There's a cement wall right there. This is the coolest thing with live scope. With live scope, I can now see the foundation out there. I can literally watch my bait fall off of the foundation. And it's just real close. It's only 45 feet out to the left, to the right of the boat right here. And there's a rock foundation right there. And it's a hard rock wall. And if there was a fish on this point, like there already was one, eat that thing. And now I'm falling down it. Falling down off of that rock right there. All right, Ethan, get ready. Everybody put their life jackets on. We're going. All of you watching, get your life jackets on. Put your gas, get your Bass Money slush fund together because we're going to burn some fuel today, boys. We're going to burn some fuel running far, far, far out. I want to see what the river looks like. All new.
The Eli self says, "What's up? How's fishing going? And is Umbrella Man there?"
Umbrella Man is not here today. Fred is Umbrella Man. So we have Fred's reading the chats. Patrick has to work. This is one of his day jobs to work. So he's working. Eli, check it out. We're getting ready to run up the Guadalupe. Let's go. I'm going to caught one good one off this spot on the first cast. First cast. Decent fish. Not a stud, but let's go up the river. So anybody watching, always shut your live scope transducer off. When you pull that trolling motor up, shut that live scope transducer off. Go to the menu, go to transmit, hit off so that your live scope transducer isn't sitting there just, going the whole time. Think of it like a flashlight. You want to protect that transducer cable. I mean, that transducer, the crystals in the transducer. So you want to shut that thing off whenever you're running. Let's go for a boat ride. Everybody get their jackets on. Up the Guadalupe we go. You're going to see less and less boats the further up we go. That was good for one fish. I'm going to see if I can read any chats here. Invite Coach C to join as a guest. No, I made that mistake once. I don't want anybody to join as a guest because that turned into Blessings from Africa. Co-host now. No, thank you. We're not co-hosting. Everybody join. Thank you guys for joining and checking in with us. We're going for a boat ride. Moderators, everybody join. See, on TikTok, I can't see the messages, so I can only say hi to you guys. We don't have a moderator. Switch over to YouTube, our YouTube channel. You can do that. We can talk to you. What?
It changes the console camera angle.
Oh, okay, because it was pointed too far up.
Okay.
So what I was doing was I couldn't see. I was just looking up at the houses now. So I didn't know if the wind blew it up or what happened. Everybody watching, this right here, I'm in 31 foot of water. This is as far as I could get. Before, when I came up here, this is as far up the river as I could get, was right here. 31 feet of water right now underneath us. And I was hitting ground. I was hitting ground up here. That's weird, the camera's reversed. Boat shows the boat going on that side when it's that side.
Yeah, TikTok does that. They reverse the view.
32 feet of water right here, and this is as far as my boat would go. Look at all this flooded stuff up here.
Bunch of junk out here.
What?
Bunch of junk out here.
Yeah. It was really bad before. There was so much wood up here. You had to work through a hole. They cleaned up a lot of it. You guys are looking, you see all this flooded water up there, all this flooded bushes, all this flooded stuff now. It's crazy. This was just a little trickling Guadalupe River. I'm in 41 foot of water right now. I couldn't even get up here before. I'm right in the middle of the old riverbed. That's what worries you right there. There's no telling what blew down this river. So when I come down here, I'm trimmed up. I'm gonna sit up a little bit. Water's a little bit dirtier. Getting a little dirtier up here. What I gotta do is kind of keep an eye out for anything at all that could possibly be a little bit of a landmine. And this is why I don't like, that's why I'm glad I don't have a hot foot. You know, I'm up on top of the seat right now, kind of looking for stuff, anything at all. Bird standing on a stump. I'm looking over my electronics. I'm looking over everything, and I'm up on the seat. Whenever you come into this kind of a situation, I am not full throttle. If anything, I'm actually kind of partial throttle in hopes that I don't connect with one of these big trees out here. I hope everybody has their life jacket on and kill switch attached here. I'm just eking my way through this. Big giant oak trees that line the old Guadalupe River. I'm going all the way. When I come back, I'm going to hit that bluff stuff on my right hand side. If you're watching on TikTok, it's on the left hand side. But I'm going to hit that bluff wall stuff right there, that steep stuff. Beautiful house right there. See that house, Red? That's gorgeous. We were running up. This place was completely just a trickling river of the Guadalupe. Just a river. No way you could run this when the water was low. All brand new water for a high lake line. And I just want to keep on going up. I'm going to go further than we've been before. One live stream we came up here and stopped at this spot up here on my right. Everything's okay? Everything's okay? I wasn't sure we might lose this thing. We're on Starlink. So we're looking to see what we got. We're running the Guadalupe right now here at Canyon Lake in South Texas. What I plan on doing is going all the way up. Going all the way up and then working my way back and just fishing anything and everything that looks good in the river. Kind of like running a new river, you know, just figuring out stuff again. More boats up here than I've seen. We already passed one just a second ago. We had another one kind of idling down right here in front of me. Courtesy deal. I'm not going to blow by this guy. Morning. What's that? Yeah? Did you hear what he said? Oh yeah, look at the turkeys. That's what he's looking at. You guys see the wild turkey right there? Look at all that. I'll point the boat in the direction. That's cool.
There's a ton of them.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Like 10.
a whole bunch of wild turkey up under those trees right there. How cool is that? I don't know if the camera can see it or not, but we can. A bunch of turkeys running around up under those trees right there, wild turkey.
Irv says morning from James Bayou, Oil City, Louisiana. And Eli says, I probably won't be able to make Thursdays anymore, but I'm glad that I found you were on today. And where are you at?
Hey Eli, thank you for joining us today. We're Sunday. We're still on Canyon Lake. We're back on Canyon Lake. Right now I'm running up to Guadalupe. I'm going to go all the way to the very end. And sorry you can't make Thursdays anymore, Eli, but if you don't mind just turning us on and getting the extra view, you can turn us on, put us on mute, and we'll get an extra view out of you. But Eli, sorry you can't make Thursdays. Thursdays are our usual time for live streaming. Those of you on TikTok, those of you that are watching, is that right? We've already had 2,400 likes.
Yep.
2,400 people have liked us on TikTok? All right, guys, we're going up to Guadalupe. Eli. Oh, and who else checked in with us?
Eli and Irv from Louisiana. And then Ethan says, as a Michigander who transplanted to Texas, shit like this will always blow my mind.
Hey, we're on Starlink. It's really cool that we're doing this. We're interactive. So thank you guys for checking in from Indiana, Louisiana. We had guys from Australia, Portugal, and South Africa visiting with us and checking in with us. I mean, how cool is this? I'm on a lake in South Texas, Canyon Lake. We're going up to Guadalupe right now, a flooded river. This lake was not that high. I mean, it's like it's filled all the way up. So this was just an old little shallow river system. And now it's full grown. I can get back in here as far as I want. Up ahead here is as far as I've ever been, which is this. Oh, look, there's guys jumping out of the trees up here. This will be fun to show everybody. Kayak guy. Look at this guy. That's the way to do it right there. Mm-hmm. Which camera are we on? Rear. Hey guys, we're just adventuring. Hope you're whacking them up there on that tree. Huh? Might as well. Just slowly idle by you. Figured I'd say hi. Looks like you got a heck of a spot to fish.
Telling me I'm on your spot?
Not at all, dude. Heck no. I'm just out here having fun. Nobody has any spots up here. It's all new water. I'm gonna get up and run again, guys, but
Eli's checking in from Ohio.
Eli from Ohio.
Jeff from Mississippi.
What about on TikTok? Any of you guys on TikTok can hear me? I see a lot of people that have joined. Comes in and out, in and out, in and out, but we're going up the Guadalupe right now. I'm gonna be fishing here in just a bit, but I wanna go all the way up to the end. These kids are they're climbing up this tree and jumping off this tree. These jet ski kids. So I'm just gonna. Oh, this lady's fly fishing. We're not in a tournament. We're just giving a little courtesy here. So these kids right in front of me, they climb. You can tell they built wood ladder to climb all the way up that tree and jump off the tree. So if you guys can see this, it's pretty cool what they did. All right, we're gonna keep on going up. Slowing down for the kayakers off to my right.
Tyler from Michigan.
Tyler from Michigan. Thanks
Kyler.
Kyler? Kyler with a K? Kyler from Michigan. Thanks for jumping in, man. We are in South Texas and San Antonio, and we are easing on up all the way up the Guadalupe as far as we I think we're just going to go up as far as we can and then fish our way down. Man, those stumps off to my left make me a little nervous. I'm going to watch my 2D graph real close, watching for trees and rocks and anything else I could hit. 27 foot of water, and it's getting a little bit rocky pretty quick. I can see that rock, that bottom's, that hard bottom's starting to show itself. You guys see me slowing down, it's because there's kayakers up here, and you know, it's a Sunday and this ain't a tournament. You know, it's funny that in all years of running, a lot of times you go by those rowing crews and they tell you, please don't come off pad. Like, keep going, because they know you make a smaller wake when you're running than when you're shut down idling. So if you're up on pad, they ask you to speed up when you go by them. The rowing teams would tell you, speed up, blow by us, because they know that when we're up on pad and we're blowing by them, our wakes are minimal for a bass boat compared to when you shut down like this and you're idling by them. See, I just shut by them, and the only reason I'm doing that is to get a little pucker factor going. I picked up 15 foot of water with rock. I want to make sure there's no, like, you know, dam or some kind of a rock pile or something that just jumps up at me and bites my lower unit off. What I don't want to do is get my lower unit bitten off. And what I'm looking for, what I will fish, will be like this rock on the left-hand side. Those steep banks, I'll fish those on the way back, especially that hard turn right there. I'm in 25, 27 foot of water. We are just going up the Guadalupe. This is the Jungle Cruise. I have no trail up here. I've never been up here. Got down to 32 foot of water. It tells me I still got a long way to go. It's deep. We're in the main river again. Still 30 foot of water. This is crazy, man. I just want to see what it looks like where this lake ends. I want you guys to join me. That water's getting a lot prettier. We're getting into the river water now. But a lot of stuff washed down, so you got to worry about anything you could possibly hit. I'm only doing around 3,000 RPMs. I got my motor, my hydro jack plate up a ways, and I'm just keeping an eye on my 2D the whole time. Kind of looking at places I'll fish when I run back down. That little rocky thing on the right there looks good. 19 foot of water. Oh, 18 foot of water. Ooh, that looks really good there. That little rock outcropping. That'll be worth a pig and a poke right there. You know what I wonder, and I'm going to be thinking out loud with you guys watching, I wonder if a lot of fish from other places in the Guadalupe got washed down and this is their new home. Because this lake filled up, and there's no telling. I mean, I might be in completely dead water. It might be totally sterile up here. Or it might be just full of fish that have been washed down from way further away. You know, they have private ponds. They have private ponds up here. These lakes could have been full of big fish that when the river filled up and it went over their pond and their dams were breached, those fish will just take off and go down current. We're getting shallower, 25 feet, 23 feet. Let's see what we got. I'm loving about this is I'm not seeing any trees in the middle yet. Like I'm not even picking up marks of big trees dead in the middle. We are so far up this river now. 20 feet. Are we still holding good? Signal's fine?
TikTok maybe.
What?
TikTok maybe a little bit because of the cell signal.
Yeah, I noticed my...
But yeah, Scarlet, the stream is not perfect.
What are you looking for?
It's under here somewhere. It's under. I squished it down under there somewhere.
Is it under there?
Yeah, it's under there somewhere.
All right, we're getting shallower. We're getting into 14 foot, 16 foot. So we're getting shallower in the river system, and it's real rocky. When I get up into the actual, and I got to watch out for some rock sandbars. There's some crazy, no telling what's under the water line here. When I start seeing this thing get below, you know, when I start getting 10, 9, 8, I'll probably give it some serious get off pad respect, because no telling what kind of rock formations you're going to have up here. We got more people up ahead. I got an extra hat if you need one. In case you're...
It's somewhere here. It's under here. I had smashed it up underneath there.
What?
I had smashed it up underneath there.
I'm surprised TikTok's still working because I lost signal on my phone. 13, 14 foot of water. We're getting, won't be long now before we get as far as we can go.
Look at those crazy rock overhangs.
I know, right? I mean, that's like, you know, that water was just blowing through there to make that happen. I mean, you can imagine how high the water was during the flood. What?
Those are sideways too.
Yeah, like broken off sideways. It's gonna be fun to fish up here. There may not be a bite, but it looks the cool looking water. 17 foot is my lowest, so we're starting to run out of water. We're getting, whoa, shoot. Whoa. Just when I gun it, I see it go to 8. That's a big rock under the surface right there. Oh, we got it. We're in some chunky monkey right here. You don't mess with those rocks. Now this is where I want to be up high. I don't want to be, I can even stand up and look and I can see, possibly see rocks just under the surface. My big argument for not running a hot foot, everybody, I hate hot foots, I always have. For this reason right here, if I get up farther and I start seeing big big rocks on my graph, I'll stand up and I'll idle my way through and be able to see rocks just under the surface that I wouldn't otherwise see if I was sitting down. Yeah, this is looking pretty rivery here. I'm doing this apprehensively. I'm apprehensively motoring up. And if I see these things pinnacle to less than 10, I get a little nervous because it's solid, hard rock. I've never been up here before, so I'm doing this with you guys. First time for everything. I look forward to fishing that wood right there. I like the idea of throwing at some of these wood stumps out here. It'd be a cool pattern to get on if you could get on a pattern up here. I mean, what a beautiful, look at this river.
Jeff says could be a glide bait bite on the shady rocky banks.
If there's big ones up here, that would be a great one, Jeff. I have a glide bait tied on, and I will give that a try. Depending on the current, the watercolor looks good for a swim bait. So Jeff, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, we're taking conversations on the YouTube channel. It's an interactive live stream. So guys that are watching on Real Byron Velvick YouTube, and guys that are watching on Real Byron Velvick YouTube or the Instagram channel or the YouTube channel, we're interactive. Oh shoot, whoa, we are, now you got to give it some respect. I'm picking up 5 foot of water with rock. 5'8", 6'2". Now we could be getting into boulder land. I got to stand up and look real carefully because now guys, I am 6 foot and a big, it ain't nothing for a 3 or 4 or 5, 6 foot rock. Look at that old roadbed or something like that. That's that looks man-made. Wonder what it was.
Look at that. It's got, look at the bank where they have the bricks.
Isn't that crazy? It's like an old aqueduct or something. That's nuts. I mean, you wonder what the history of that is.
There's one more right there too.
Yeah, you wonder what the history of that is. Like, why'd they build that? When we come back, I'm going to fish that so I can, what I just referred to with Fred, I want you guys to see it. Woo! Yeah, it's getting nasty up here. See the big, I go 12 to 6, 12 to 8, 8 to fucking, so we got big. You don't want to run open on this because at any minute now we can pick up a rock that's subsurface. We're getting up into the Guadalupe. I wonder what our water temperature is going to be. I won't know until I put that transducer down up there. But I'm curious to see what that water temperature is going to be. And I'm going to throw the glide around those shade pockets because Jeff said so. So Jeff, stay with me as I throw that glide around out there in some of the shade pockets.
How many miles up the river do you think we are at this point?
We're probably about 12 miles or so. 12 to 15 miles up the river. Pretty soon we're going to run out of water. It won't be long. I can tell by the way we're seeing the bottom now. See, now we're hitting 8, 9, 10 foot as our lowest point. And the problem with the Guadalupe is it's got massive rocks in it. So you don't want to come running through here like Tommy Biffle used to. If you can't see it, you can't hit it, was his theory. Well, that's not going to hold very well here. Because if you can't see it, it'll rip your lower unit off here.
That's 25. We're going to hold 20 to 45 continuous.
Really?
Been getting one up.
I'm not even fishing yet.
I know.
25 of you watching.
Roll around.
You guys are 25 of you are just joining me for this jungle cruise. It's Lewis and Clark Day. It's Lewis and Clark live stream day. Oh my gosh, we're in 5 foot of water. All right, guys, we're getting to the point where I'm going to be, oh Lord, 4 foot rock hard. Yeah, 4 foot. This could be near the end of as far as we can go.
Yeah, you can tell the water.
I am not going to sit there and run this thing aground, but I'm going to ease up a little bit further. But we're bottoming out at 4 or 5 foot here. So I'm gonna put the trolling motor down. I'm gonna go up as far as I can. Now we got a big sandbar right there. That's an island right there. 4 foot. This could be it. We're gonna fish our way around way up here at the very top of it. And then I'm gonna just start hitting targets. I mean, really, this fish had to be compressed in that beautiful shade stuff on the right there. Sandbar to my left. Gravel. 4 foot steady. This is it. We're about done.
Eli said that would make you pucker up.
I am puckered up. Ooh, 3 foot. And guys, 3 foot with rock, the pucker factor is kicking in. I'm gonna raise the motor up, hydraulic jack plate. I'm gonna bring that motor up. I am not running anymore. Now I'm just gonna idle up. Oh shit, there's some rock right there. Now I can see rock. We're about there. Let me just, I can see rock under the surface. We're in 3 foot. If it's 3 foot all the way across, wow, you can see the bottom. 5 foot. Drop back down to 6. We'll go to the end. I told you guys I'm going as far as I can. I want to go to as far as I can possibly go, so I know that's the.
You can see it getting a lot shallower, right over there.
Yeah. The deepest we got is 7 now. What I gotta keep an eye out for is just a big rock sitting here in the middle of the river. And it could happen. There could be a big rock anywhere out here. But I don't think we're gonna get past that house up there in front of me.
Yeah, you can see the sandbar on the side.
Rivers are deceptive though. Like, see, we picked up 9 foot again. 9 foot steady. I can't wait to fish this, everybody. I think I'm just gonna throw a soft plastic in here. There's no wind. Maybe throw that crankbait.
It says, all of a sudden, Randy and Roland come ripping by in a tin jet rig.
Ah, Ethan knows the story. Randy and Roland Martin in their aluminum boat. Oh, 4 foot of water. That was a big rock I just went over. Dude, look at that right there. That was,
I see that.
You see that? I'm idling along an 8 and I just went over a giant rock. It came up to 4 foot. That can ruin your day. Let me stand up and pay a little attention right here. I gotta stand all the way up. Oh, sorry, am I standing on it?
No, you're good. I'm just looking.
Yeah, Randy Blockett and Roland Martin. Hole jumping me at Trout Lake on the Harris chain. Good rock right there. More rocks on the outside. I'm just curious. Oh wow. What is that right in front of us?
That's sand.
Is that, there might be a spring.
Maybe.
That could be a spring right there.
So it changes.
Yeah, that's what would happen with a spring. A spring would have water. That could be either that's it. That could be the bottom or, no, that's the bottom, isn't it?
That's the bottom, yeah. That's the bottom.
That's it, guys. We're here. This looks like the Bahamas right here. This is it.
Oh, yeah, that's the bottom. Sure.
I think this is it. This is all she wrote right here. This is as far as you're going. Bottom all the way across there.
You're on console.
I'm on console cam. Well, this is as far as you can go. There is a sandbar right here. If I caught fish, here's what, in a tournament, guys, I'm going to tell you something in a tournament. If in a tournament I started catching fish within the last half mile, I would go over this in the tournament. I'd go over this and I'd fish up above it. I'm not going to do it today because we're not in a tournament. We're just exploring. But if I was to start catching fish, working our way back, if I was to catch fish back here, I would actually come over here and jump this and keep on fishing my way up. But let's just see if we can get bit. Let's be lazy today. Lazy Man Sunday. Let's go back there and just start fishing our way back. Let's see if there's anything out there.
Popsicle says,
Popsicle!
Town, Texas chicken.
Popsicle, thank you guys. Hey, I am as far up the Guadalupe as a person can go. Honest, well, I say that unless you had a jet boat or you really wanted to push the envelope. And we got a lot of current here too, by the way. I'm gonna throw the shallow running square bill just to cover some water till I see a target. And like I said, if I was to catch fish up here, like if it was awesome, I absolutely positively would filter my way up past this sandbar right here. But what I'm going to do is be a little lazy. I'm going to be a little lazy, and I'm not going to do that because we have a short day today. I'm still in dad mode. This is cool though. Is that running sound the power plant in the back, or do I have some? I don't have something on in my boat, right?
Nope, that's the power plant.
I can't believe my phone beeped. I didn't think I had a signal. I got a wacky style Cinco and an Ica. And the Ica, I'm going to take the weight out of it because I have the weight in the Ica for fishing deep. We're fishing shallow now, so I want this thing to have a slower fall. So I'm pulling the weight out. I'm going straight Ica without the weight. So it falls, when I put it up there, it just falls slower. We're gonna see if there's any fish. This is as far up as we can go. So now I know what the very top of this looks like. And way up in the river like this, almost 90% of your fish, 100% of your fish are gonna be really right up under the bank, the rock. You'll see them shoot out from under a tree. Up. I got wacky. I got it. I'll throw it. Popsicle. Don't threaten me with a good time. I will be throwing a wacky style Cinco in here too. This water's so clear, you could actually see them come out. And there's current too. Good current. This water's so clear, you'd be able to see them come out and get it, which would be cool. And there might be Guadalupe bass up here, and I would love to show you.
Have any good stories of running way up the river for winning fish?
I got a great story. Ethan? Was that Ethan?
Yep, it's Ethan.
Ethan, thanks for queuing me up on great stories. There was a tournament I fished. It was really cool. Back east, I got to remember which one it was. It was one of the river systems, and now I'm trying to think which one it was. You fish so many rivers, you forget which one you were on. But it was one of my high finishes in a river, and it was back east, and there was a band of clear water. And every day that band of clear water was moving down the river. So the cool thing was, Ethan, which camera? The cool thing was, Ethan, this band of clear water is going down the river. So it was dirty above it and dirty below it, Ethan. And thank you guys, Interactive. We can talk about stuff like this. That band of clear water was moving like, I don't know, 8 to 10 miles a day, you know? So you would run up there and it'd be a band of clear water, and I fished it in the tournament. And if I went above it, it would be dirty again. I wouldn't catch fish. And if it was below it, I wouldn't catch fish. But there was like a 3-mile band of clear water that was coming down the river. And this was a BASS tournament. So it was a 4-day tournament. Every day, where you caught them, the next day was mud. You would go past the clear water and get in the mud. So you had to adjust. So you had to follow that clear water band down. What was cool is guys would see you fishing and they weren't paying attention. These are elite guys. They didn't pay attention to the watercolor. So they were watching me fish certain areas, and I was doing really well in that clear water band. But every day I had to move with that clear water band. So as I was at 4 days of the tournament, I never fished the same stretch twice. And guys were running up and they were fishing stretches where I'd caught them yesterday and the day before were completely obsolete because it was the clear water band those fish were swimming in. And they were following that clear water band down the river. So that was one of my favorite stories to tell people. Was it's like all of this one day would be great. The next day this would be look like yoo-hoo, like a chocolate yoo-hoo. And those fish had moved on to the next, they had just followed down the river. So I got to fish brand new water every day. I just had a follower. He followed it all the way out too. Little fish.
Bobby asks, any chance one is hiding in one of the rocks in the middle breaking the current?
There's not a lot of current, Bobby, and if I see a rock in the middle, I'm gonna fish it. Oh, I'll put my scope on, just for fun. and see if it adjusts. Yeah, Bobby, that's a great question. If there was a big current, I would fish the middle rocks, and they could be in the middle. Majority of the fish are going to be, because it's a slow current, it's a real slow current right now. Like I'm barely moving along. This is a very gentle, there's current, but there's not raging current. So nothing's going to be blocking. Back, auto.
It says Delaware River question?
It was not the Delaware River. I finished, was at the James of the Delaware where I sat on top of, you know, Ethan was, which one is Ike and Ellie's hometown next to Philadelphia that has the really dramatic high tide? Frank, do you know, Fred, do you know which one that is? There's a river that goes right by the, it's right by Philadelphia. I don't remember it. Someone will correct me on it, but it's Ike and Ellie's home water. I finished in the top 12 there. I think I finished 6th or 7th. Another one. There's little fish up here, and they run right to the boat, so they're not scared. There are some, this is cool, guys. I may catch some of these little guys. They're chasing it all the way to the boat. I've had another follower. Little guys. Little bitty guys. But I bet you they haven't seen a bait very much. I promise you these fish haven't seen too many baits. Let's see if I can get one to eat. I may be able to watch them eat it all the way to the boat. It wasn't the Delaware River, and then there's the James River, and I knew the Potomac. We fished the Potomac a lot.
Bobby says thanks for answering his question about them hiding the rock.
Bobby, yeah, thanks for asking. If I saw a dramatic rock pile in the middle, either on live scope, I would definitely cast to it because I'm just as far up the river as I can go right now. And I can see bluegill and little bass way up shallow, like on the bank. A lot of these fish in the Guadalupe, they have cutback banks. So all these fish are used to living under the banks. Like literally you can come down this thing rafting, and these fish will come out from under the undercut banks. So what I'm doing now is I'm throwing that Ike up there trying to see if I can get something to opportunistically pop its head out. I could sight fish this though. This water is clear. Wow. But if I saw some big rocks, to answer your question, if I saw a big rock pile out there, I would definitely, I wouldn't be afraid to cast to it. But I've actually rafted this river way up. People do a lot of raft trips on the Guadalupe. Noticeably, these fish live right up against the bank in a big way. Because of the undercut banks, because there's so much rock in Texas, South Texas, your fish will come shooting out from under a rock. Let's fish that other side. Let's fish that steep side. It's as far up as we can go. If I was practicing for a tournament, this is about how I'd hit it. I'd run all the way up to as far as I can go, put the trolling motor down, start fishing until I get bored, and then start running down looking for targets. But go as far as you can go up, turn around and start fishing that, because you know that's the end of the playing field. This is as far as the tournament guys are going to make it. So you start off seeing if legitimately at the very end of this river these fish are in here. And then if you go about, you know, a ways down and you don't get bit, then you start picking up and running down and hitting different things. But what I'm doing is I'm fishing water I've never fished before. I'm fishing water a lot of people have never fished before because the lake was never this high. This lake is brand new, flooded from way back when. It's been a long time since it was this high. So a lot of your fish, it's going to be a reaction thing. Up here, they're going to be aggressive. You don't have to work too hard for them. If they see it, they're going to eat it because they're just not getting a lot of pressure. And a lot of times, do the Aaron Martin's deal and just look for them. With the water this clear, let your eyes also cast ahead, but look for them as well. If you ever get into a clear water situation, especially with no wind right now, you know, I might see a 4, 5, 6 pounder just swimming. So I'm casting, but I'm also looking. I see little bluegill, little bluegill, little bluegill. I'm looking to see rock, maybe undercut bank. But in this situation, and I can probably shut this, I'm gonna shut this thing off because I'm doing more looking with my eyes than looking with the live scope right now. And anywhere there's a break in the thing, there's a nice little shadow right there. Water's so clear, I can see a fish. If there's a fish in here, I might be able to see him. Oh, He's falling it all the way out. Bluegill out there, bluegill, bluegill, bluegill. He got it. He's so small, I can't get a hook in him. A lot of little fish. Bluegill and bass. You know what's cool, guys? I wish we had the camera. These fish are coming out looking at us right now. This is the way it is when you go kayaking down the Guadalupe. These fish come out and look at you. They don't see a lot of boats up here. So they're curious. They're not spooked. It's not like a million boats go by and they run from the boats. They're actually coming out looking. That's awesome. I got fish right now coming out of the rocks to look at me. I haven't seen a keeper bass yet though, but I've seen several little ones and lots of bluegill and stuff. They got tilapia in here. They got brim in here. How's everything holding up, Fred? Perfectly good? I'm going to cut across the other side. Lots of small fish. A whole lot of small fish. Right there off that stump. That was a nice little spot for a fish. There should have been a fish right there. That's a big giant oak tree with an overhanging. I'm gonna have to fire back on that. I didn't realize how good that was until I went over it. That oak tree has a root system and there's a bunch of water underneath it. Just because you go by it doesn't mean you can't go back and fish it. That spot right there has some wicked potential. Sorry if I step out of range of camera. I'm not going to go to the back of the boat to fish it, but I'll stand up here, but I'm going to cast to it.
You're still on camera. You look great.
I am?
Yep. Your head is
That spot right there, that tree, you get up next to it, you realize that tree has a ton of water underneath it. That's almost like a beaver dam. Very intricate. You gotta sit there and fish it really thoroughly and let that thing just fall down and among that root system. That tree sits out on the end of that point. There's an undercut thing. There could be fish living way up under that tree right there, under that big stump.
My hometown had record flooding in the past couple of years. Displaced a lot of people. It's one of my favorite tackle shops underwater.
Eli, one of your favorite tackle stores is underwater. The flooding's been nuts. I mean, the rain and the storms and the flooding here was just insane. I mean, that water was probably up over the top of those berms right there. There's stuff stuck in the trees up here where the flooding was just nuts. This is the Guadalupe River, where unfortunately Camp Mystic, way upriver, right here in this river is where that tragedy happened with the kids' camps. This exact river, because this is the first body of water from where that river flows down. Come on, fish. You should be in there. I'm working this like a beaver dam. When you find a beaver dam, hit it multiple times from every angle because there's so much down there. Treat this like a beaver dam. This stump right here, I agree, Popsicle. I love sight fishing when they're not spawning, where you're just going along looking and you chase them down. What I love about what I just found here is this tree, this particular tree, has a whole root system that is undercut. I mean, I could watch a 5-pounder swim out from under that tree and swim back in there, and you would be scratching your head just hoping to get a bait in there. But that, wow, Eli, 113-year flood. I think that's what we got. We got a hell of a flood too. They call it the 100-year flood plain, and I know that flood plain got jeopardized. The people they respect what FEMA wrote down as a 100 plain. We thought during the drought there was no way it could ever get that high. God, If I had an underwater camera, I would love to show you guys how cool. What I'm looking at is a stump that is in the water, and up underneath it, there's bluegill swimming out from underneath it. There's a lot of bluegill around it. If we were bluegill fishing today, we'd have a field day. You just gotta drop it down there and try to get one to shoot out and grab it. But there's a lot of life around it. It's very unique. It's an undercut big tree. And I almost believe if there was a bass around there, he would shoot out from there and grab it, but he didn't. All right, let's go keep looking. I'm sight fishing and casting ahead, but to your point, you could see him swimming the bank. This water's so clear, you can eliminate a lot of water by fishing and looking at the same time. If you have clear enough water, you can move a little bit faster because you can see up under the bushes. You can see the cutaway bank. You can see, I mean, I'm looking really hard right now and I can see all kinds of life. What I don't see is a keeper bass, but boy, the bluegill, the glass minnows, so many glass minnows here. Central Indiana, Eli? That's where the flooding was bad. That's unfortunate. Texas got hit so hard. We got so much water so fast. Thank God this year we didn't have a Camp Mystic situation happen. Oh yeah, please. Thank you, Fred. Anybody that hasn't subscribed, if you're watching on TikTok, you can be interactive on YouTube. What? No?
Yeah, TikTok is no cell signal.
Oh, no TikTok? Oh, we lost TikTok?
Yeah, no cell signal.
No cell signal.
Everything else is holding perfect.
We're on Starlink. If those of you that haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We do this every Thursday. And this is kind of pre-fishing for Thursday is what this is. I wanted to come all the way up the river. Fred and I wanted to see if the signal would hold, if Starlink wouldn't have a problem with us running, up here, and we lost our cell signal. We have no cell signal, which is discouraging because that means my daughter can't get a hold of me if she needs me on this Sunday. But fortunately, she's at her friend's house. Single dad, single full-time dad. Appreciate all of you guys that support me in my endeavor. Realize I got to go pick my kid up from school every single day, Monday through Friday. And I'm looking, guys. I am literally, it's as if I'm bed fishing now. If you think I'm going fast, it's because A, I didn't get bit. If this place was loaded with fish, there would have been absolutely been one or two or three or 10 around that piece of wood that I found. So we're gonna get up to these pieces of wood, check 2 or 3 more. Rocks right there. Okay, now we got, to that point, I'm gonna throw out into that rock pile. We have a rock shelf right here. I can see the top of it. I'm gonna go over the top of it. Beautiful water. Old stumps underwater, trees underwater. What's only missing is the bass. Look at this stuff. Look how beautiful this place is, everybody. It's so cool to have you guys up here. We are in the Upper Guadalupe, and it's like, okay, crystal clear water, trees, rocks, small fish everywhere. Seriously, not a single bass within sight? If I don't see one, I can't see one yet. At least I'm getting it eliminated. There's no white bass. There's no smallmouth, Guadalupes. I'm just throwing this Ike to cover water real fast. I could throw a crankbait too, but there's not much wind and I don't know. I could pick up a crankbait. I did promise to throw the wacky style, so I did. Who gave me the shout out to throw the wacky? Because I'll do it for him. I can't remember. But we'd have to scroll back to find out. But wacky style Cinco. Popsicle did? Popsicle said, give me a wacky style Cinco while you're out there. This one's for you, Popsicle. I give credit to whoever makes a suggestion. I catch their fish. Multiple live streams now. someone's made a suggestion. I pick up that rod and I give mad props to the suggestion because it does work. We're in this together as a group. These fish are fearless. I can see right now that if there was a fish up here, they'd run out and grab it because the way the small fish are reacting, they're not wary at all. If anything, they're just curious about the boat. Beautiful, beautiful, clear, fishless water. That's what I did find the nursery. Robert Cooley. This is bluegill, baby bass, nursery time. Where? Oh yeah, someone's fence blew down. I mean, I would like, if I could just see a big one, I'd feel encouraged. And I'm looking, and there's all kinds of beautiful stuff here. There's no reason why you wouldn't see. I got bluegill, 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 all around this big tree right here. Big rocks. If there was a bass, he would just cruise on out. I could blind cast it or spot cast it, sight cast it to him, and to that point catch a big one. Yeah, this is good looking water, dude. This is good looking water. My gosh. All of this chunky, big, nasty rock with trees around it. Yo. Oh my gosh. Come on, fish. Be here for the Starlink live stream. I'll come back Thursday and make a great show out of this place. Now that I know we have a signal up here and we wouldn't lose the signal, we could come up here Thursday and put on a hell of a show. That's our advertised day. For those of you that are watching, Thursdays from 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest, depending on setup time, 10:30 to 11, start, finish at 2. My daughter's school hours. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get a notification that we're live. That's the only problem with that exposed hook is it catches everything. Wacky style, love it. Exposed hook, fun when you're throwing it into those little tight spots. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but when you go over a limb, don't just reel it up. Let it pop in the water right there. Like a little bluegill popping the surface. Before you reel it up over that limb, let it just sit there. Okie doke. Pretty stuff, but no fish. I'm gonna go a little bit further and then we're gonna just start working our way down, stopping and checking every mile or so. 2 miles, looking for maybe the zone that they're in. I got little ones coming right towards me right now. Hi, bluegill. Hi, tilapia. Hi, bluegill. Hey, bluegill. Hey, tilapia. Be like Aaron and talk to him. I do not see a single fish other than small bluegill. Popsicle. Throwing that wacky style Cinco bluegill pattern for you. Lots of fish around that tree right there. Out in the middle of the thing. Wrong. You know what? Maybe I should start cranking the hardwood. If we get a little breeze up here, I can crank that hardwood. If it sounds like I'm talking to myself, it's because I am. This is what happens when you fish for 40 years by yourself. You go out all day long, you just start having conversations with yourself because you... Fun fact, everybody. Those steep bluff walls looked really good, didn't they? I'm going back for the... I'm with you. Don't think I'm going to drive by those steep bluff walls downriver. I just wanted to come all the way up and keep it honest and take a look. And best stream yet, Travis. Thanks, man. Travis, we're hopefully we'll get bit up here. I am way up the Guadalupe River fishing brand new water. Brand new water that just became available within the last month because this lake came up 30 plus feet. So I am fishing all water that before was just a river. My question is, did these fish get blown out of the river or did a bunch of fish get blown into the river? Or were there big ponds up above where these fish would up here would be brand new fish to the lake.
Byron, our views have been climbing. We're over 40 now.
Over 40. Thank you guys for joining us. 40 people are watching. Our views are climbing. And I am up the Guadalupe River and I am trying to catch virgin bass on a river that has just recently flooded. I'm going to throw that crankbait right around that wood over there. Picked it up for a reason. Oh, here comes a boat. Or here comes somebody. Here comes a jet ski. Guys, thank you guys, every one of you watching. If you don't mind, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because every Thursday we're live streaming while my kid's in school. So we are live streaming every Thursday without fail. And we're live streaming on this lake for now, but we're gonna be doing a lot of other stuff. We got other plans to go redfish fishing at a lake here in San Antonio that has redfish, a power plant lake that has redfish. I keep talking about it, but we haven't done it yet, and we're going to. Ooh, thread the needle. Thread the needle. Yeah, get over there. Get over there. Get over that thing. Redfish in San Antonio would be a hell of a show. But right now, we've been on this lake, and this stuff does look good, doesn't it, Jeff? I mean, the water's crystal clear, so if there was a fish right here, you'd see him. I might flip some willows when I get further down, some more. But right now, this is all just looking. I mean, I am looking. I'm not seeing any activity. Let's go to the other side. Let's go to the other side. Let's fish this other side, and then we're going to make a move. We're going to run down. I know some of you guys are staying because you saw that steep stuff further down. I ran all the way up as far as I could go, for starters. I ran all the way up as far as I could go, and then I'm going to work my way down. And I'm going to do it like I was fishing a tournament, if I was practicing for a tournament. So I immediately get as far as I can go up, put the trolling motor down, start working my way down. Keep the first 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of fishing, maybe or so, the first mile, half mile, honest. Water's a little bit dirtier here. Big stump right there. Big underwater stump right there.
44 now.
44 people. Thank you guys for joining me. What's happening, since you guys are joining in, we're at Canyon Lake, South Texas. Canyon Lake, South Texas. Come all the way up the river. We are no longer in the lake. We're in the Guadalupe River. I came as far up the river as I could. And the lake just came up 35 feet, 30, 35 feet. So the lake came up. So this is all brand new water. So what I'm fishing now is literally all brand new water, because this was just probably a little Guadalupe creek until now. And I think I may be in completely dead water. There's a good chance it's freaking sterile, who knows? But you never know until you fish it. I'm keeping it honest. You guys can see that with the camera. There's stumps all over out here. Big stumps off. God, I'd love to see a fish just come up and eat this stuff. Even if they were on the submerged wood, this would be cool. Here comes another boat. Look, a pontoon's coming. Boats are starting to show up here. People are exploring this river. right. Pontoon coming. They don't have much further to go because you got to turn around up there. I already did. They're going to go to that sandbar and be stopped. God, this is good looking stuff, y'all. I'm shocked that there's just, you know, did that flood blow all the fish out of here? That's the question. You know, did the flood come and just wash this place completely out and sterilize it? I got bluegill, I got small bass, but I don't have any big bass at all. Thank you very much. Boater etiquette at its best. I guess he doesn't know what slow idling is. I hope he has Polaroid glasses on, or otherwise he's going to run aground. That sucker's going to run aground if he goes further up and doesn't see where he's going. He's going to run out of water real fast. Robert, thanks for the question. I love the interactive live stream. I miss Clear Lake so much. I always struggled at the Delta, so the Delta was my nemesis because of the tides. I miss Shasta, Orville, Folsom, Clear Lake. God, I do miss those lakes. Absolutely do I miss those lakes. Wolf, what are you doing here on a Sunday, Wolf?
I heard a theory that during a flood or after a flood, the larger fish stay at the mouth of the creek or river that gets flooded and everything that gets washed out.
So Dave, we went as far up. Dave, welcome to the show. Loyal fan of the live stream, Dave, Wolf of Walmart. And Dave, we went as far up as we could. Water was crystal clear. I started fishing every pretty target as far up the river as I could get. I didn't see a big one. I haven't gotten bit yet up here. So my theory that these fish have come up as far as they can, at least not to the shoal where I didn't want to jump over and keep going. But to keep it honest, I didn't want to have to crawl the boat over there and start going into the dirt shallow.
Robert says the elusive lake lights, gotta love them.
Yeah,
And then Manny says, can we go back to the early 2000s fishing?
Manny, I would love to go back to the early 2000s fishing. Absolutely, Manny. What happened? Weren't the 2000s great for everything? The music was better. The fishing was more fun. The tournaments were better. Man, I know we sound like old timers and codgers, but man, I didn't even see. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking. Like I'm talking and I'm looking, and I expect to see a big one sitting up there behind these bushes and all that stuff, and I don't see anything. I have the luxury of being able to see so much up there. So while I'm fishing, I'm sight fishing as well. I'm looking for a fish to cast to. But yes, I do miss the 2000s when everything was much better. My record was set in 2000, 83 pounds. I think there needs to be an asterisk next to that because it was pro on pro draw. It was a 3-day tournament. There was no live scope. You know, it's kind of like now you got the Barry Bonds, the aluminum bats, the steroids. You know, the old days of the records that held before technology. Every record now is being broken with live scope. I had a 100-pound belt out of a century belt out of Falcon. Now these kids, everybody's winning century belts. 100-pound bags are becoming way more common thanks to live scope. And my 83 pounds, 5 ounces got decimated once live scope became the rage. Now see, I got crystal clear water right here. I have offshore stumps. I can look down and see all around that stump. If there was a big one, even in these stumps, I could see them suspended in it. And all I'm seeing is bluegill. I don't see carp. I don't see anything of any size. I see baby bluegill.
Gabriella says, so great to see you back at it again, Byron.
Gabriella, thanks for jumping on. I'm glad to be back in the mix. I'm glad to be back into fishing. I am not going to ignore that shade pocket right there. I'm going to turn the boat. Another great pattern is just fish anywhere there's shade on the river, right? So you all see that shade over there. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to fish it first. Throw right into the shade pocket.
Manny says, yeah, Scott Martin's record on perspective mode for 3 days is BS.
Yeah, so I love Scott Martin, but I know Scott, he's a friend of mine, but boy, he he shattered my record on bed fishing. Bed fish you couldn't see with live scope. So my 83 pounds, 5 ounce swim bait bite at Clear Lake in 2000, I won that tournament by 10 pounds and Skeet Reese got second. I won the 3-day BASS by 10 pounds on a swim bait back when those fish hadn't even seen a swim bait. Like they would eat it all the way to the boat. They'd eat it off the side of the boat. They would hit the boat. They would thump the boat. You could bring the swim bait up like a muskie and you'd see them follow it and you'd stop it right there and they would pin the swim bait up against the side of the boat. So they'd use the boat as a weapon. And I clearly remember times where you feel a thud in the boat and that was the bass eating the swim bait off the side of your boat. If you can imagine how crazy it was.
You feel like there should be some sort of differentiation between large bags on live scope and large bags on non-live scope?
I absolutely think there should be a differentiation in records. There should be a non-live scope records and live scope records. I really do. I think that it's two different things, man. I mean, the live scope, I'm not arguing. What the hell was that little fish just grabbed it? Did I get interrupted by a fish when I was answering Dave's question? I don't know. If it was, he was so small he couldn't even eat the Senko. I absolutely think there should be a pre-live scope or not even pre. If guys go out and do something amazing without live scope, let that be a record. You know, Paul Elias's 4-day record, which I almost brought, I was third place in that tournament. It would have been cool if I won that one because
Eli says, what's the record for most watching because you got 43, but we're at 47 now.
Eli, we're at 47. Fred would know the answer to that.
I think our highest was 72.
Our highest was 72?
Yeah, tell everyone to share it.
Everybody to share a friend. Our highest was this.
Break that record today.
Our fledgling live stream. Guys, what we're doing is we're doing this thing. This is like a proof of concept. We're just out here having fun.
52 now.
We're at 52. Share, because Fred will tell you our high was 70. 72 is the record. The most that's ever watched a live stream.
Maybe we can beat 100 today.
Maybe we,
For 2 more hours.
guys, we're streaming. Yeah, we're going to be streaming for a little while here. And I can't get bit in the shade. I am fishing everything pretty up the Guadalupe, y'all. Don't leave me because I'm going to fish the good stuff running back down.
All I gotta say is they have a record book something to differentiate between live bait, non-live bait catches. I think they should add a live scope marker in there.
They should have, I think in tournament fishing, they should have a live scope and non. Okay. I'm not going to go under the tree. I was warned to stay away from going under a tree because we don't want Starlink to get mad at us. Elon Musk is watching right now. All right, I'm going to go just a little bit further down. I'm going to catch the end of that bend right there, hitting targets, but so far I haven't seen a single key. Cape Coral, Florida. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate you joining in from Cape Coral. We had guys from Portugal, Australia, South Africa before. The cool thing is when we start getting an international audience, and we have, come on, right there, look at that. Right there in that tree. You see one come out.
Manny says, I didn't realize I wasn't sub. Just at the sub, everyone else said best live stream on water.
Best live stream on water. It's an interactive live stream, guys. So what does the sub mean? I don't even know what he means.
60 now.
Guys, we're going to break our record of 72 people watching at one time. Thank you, guys. This is all brand new for me, man. I'm going to tell you, this is pretty cool. Oh, I thought I got bit. I can talk and fish at the same time, and I thought just there, I literally thought that wacky style Senko. And I'm throwing a wacky style Senko because one of y'all said give it a try. What? Popsicle said throw a wacky style Senko, and I'm like, you know what? I'm on that. I'm going to go back to the Ica, though.
Eli asked, what's your favorite podcast? And Wolf said, you can't say his real name or else you'll feel like cheating and call him Elon Muskie.
Elon Muskie.
Yeah, and then Eli asked if your favorite podcast was.
My favorite podcast, my dear friend. I enjoy being a part of Ken Duke's podcast, Bass After Dark, which is on Thursdays. Dave Mercer, I love Dave. I've been a guest on Dave's. Bass Talk, BAT, or Bass Talk Live, BTL. But Mercer and especially Bass After Dark because they have such unique guests and great talking points. What I'm doing now is I'm throwing a completely weedless Ica. I can work that right through those trees. Come on. Eat it. There should be a fish right there. It's so clear you'd be able to see them come up and at least look at it. I mean, guys, I'm dealing with clear enough water that if I...
Camping says, I'm joining from Canada. And then SWFLA says, originally from says can't say it 3 times in a row about Elon Musk.
Thanks for joining us from Canada, and I'll say Elon Muskie one time. But and what did he say? Where is he joining us from in Florida?
No, SWFLA.
SWFLA.
His original was in Houston.
Oh, he's from Houston originally. I wonder if any of you guys that watch and fish this lake. I wonder if anybody else. I know sometimes there's some guys that watch that fish this lake. We're fishing the upper Guadalupe right now. Target rich environment, crystal clear water. Can't see a fish to save my life. Throwing out in front, looking for the blind strike while I'm looking for the fish up shallow. You know, you would at least like to see, this time of day, guys, what you'd like to see is at least see a 3 or 4 pounder sitting in a tree. You know, you can back off and start fishing them, but just seeing a 3 or 4 pounder or a good one sitting there suspended at the top of a tree.
One says the Latin assassin is the king of fishing. And then Manny says, how has Amistad been? And then SWFLA is from Cape Coral. That's where he's at right now.
Oh, SWA from Cape Coral. Okay, guys ask about it, but you take it like that, you shoot it down there, and you knock it out. So a lot of people asked about that one before when I did that, which is just hold the line, take the rod, fire the rod down, let it hit the bait, poke it out, and retrieve the whole thing. My buddy in San Antonio was watching. He saw me do that, and he calls me when I got home, and he goes, dude, I don't know what you did with your rod, but I am not throwing a $600 rod over the side of the boat and just holding onto a fishing line. I go, dude, that's just the move to get it off. You know, it gets snagged right here. This offshore, this, I'm gonna be real quiet for a second. I just want to sneak up on this and see. I saw some pretty good sized bluegill sitting on another tree that was out suspended in the river, and it'd be nice if these fish were relating to this. There's a crappie right there. There's crappie right there. Small crappie, little baby one. I'm doing a population check, everybody. I got bluegill, small bluegill, but no big ones. Look at this stuff. Look how pretty this looks. I've never fished up here before, but come on.
We've been live for 2 hours now.
We've been live for 2 hours, and I caught one fish down in the lake before I came up here. I'm on the, we're on the Lewis and Clark expedition right now. Oh my God, there are fish there. There's bluegill that are suspending around these trees off. See, the cool thing about having crystal clear water is you can see what these fish are doing. You can also see that they're not here too, which is frustrating.
What kind of depth are you looking at?
Wolf, I'm in, I don't have my graph on right now. I can tell you in a second.
6.5 feet over here.
6.5? Yeah. That's what I showed last on my thing here was 6.5. 6.2, Wolf. It's 6 foot of water. It's the flooded river. I'm gonna go to the other side, fish the shade over there. I'm gonna fish down that side. I told you guys this is kind of how I would do it in practicing for a tournament. I'd fish both sides. I'd fish everything I can get my eyes on, look for fish, cover water, undercut banks. If the wind starts to blow, I'll pick up a reaction bait. If not, I'm gonna fish those shade pockets right there. I would throw the glide, but I don't see any big fish at all. So the recommendation about throwing the glide in the shade pockets, absolutely, if I could just see something of a quality fish anywhere. But I'm not even picking up keepers, y'all. I mean, not even picking up keepers. I haven't seen one keeper bass yet. And you would think in this stuff right here, just looking up underneath there, fish with your eyes pinned to the shoreline, because that is your best way to see what kind of population you got. 61, oh my God, we got 61 people. We might break our record today. Please share, please like, share, do whatever else. However you can let people know this is on, because we're only 10 people away from the highest views we've ever had on one of our live streams. We've been going straight for 2.5 hours. We haven't lost a signal, which is great. We're not doing TikTok because my cell phone. Oh, is my cell phone in the shade under there? It's not getting hot, is it? I don't know if it was still. We're gonna go fish Bluff Wall. There's a slight one coming up here. If you look straight ahead, y'all, look at this. I might have to swing wide because of those trees hanging over. So Fred might ask me to stay off of out in the main river. Well, you see the tree? What's that?
2.5 feet. Nico weight a paddle tail. The paddle tail will come down and away from where it actually forms. Super juicy for shallow water.
I would definitely take that suggestion, but right now I don't even. I'm telling you, I'm getting discouraged because I'm not seeing any fish up here at all. And I have a Nico weight worm probably tied on if I take out the.
This is a super chat for $5. Tacos and talking.
Thanks for the super chat. We just started monetizing. Oh man, thank you so much for tacos and talking. Wolf, you're awesome for the super chat. I just found out we could do that like 2 weeks ago. This is all brand new. Everybody watching, we are a new live stream. We're new, we're interactive. We like talking to people. We like having you guys join us. This isn't a tournament, so I'm here to talk to you guys. I'm not going to ignore you. I mean, we could sit there and take suggestions or just tell stories, or heck, I can catch fish just doing this if I'm on a deep structure bite. But I just like having people out here on the boat with me. I'm gonna do this every Thursdays from 10 to 2 or thereabouts, maybe 10:30. Always quitting at 2 because I drop my daughter off at school, come out here and live stream, pick my daughter up because I'm a single dad and I'm doing the single dad thing. So every day that I come out here, I gotta have my daughter covered. I saw more life around the outside timber to where I'm going to give that a little bit more respect because I saw the bluegill and the small crappie on the outside timber. And I'm also going to turn on live scope and start looking around a little bit and see if I see any. What? 60? We're vacillating. We're moving around. At some point today when I start catching. Yeah, you know what that is. Thank you for the one taco. We can get a beer, but I appreciate. Hey, every little bit helps, man. It's pretty cool.
And then Manny said, got any Aaron Martin stories?
Oh, yeah, I miss Aaron too. God, I have so many funny Aaron stories. I got some great ones. I'm gonna think about which one to tell you guys, but I do miss Aaron. He was a dear friend and one of a kind, special dude. Man, you know, the healthiest of all of us, Murray and I and Skeet, we all talked about it. You know, healthiest, ran, worked out, always eating just the right stuff. It was just unbelievable that he was cursed with that kind of a cancer. We lost Aaron way, way too soon. All of us talk about what he would have been to Live Scope. Oh my God, dude would have been a beast. He would have been the guy that would have had 4 transducers. He would have, like the Japanese guys, he'd have them welded to his jack plate. He'd have live scope transducers, 360 with 3 units or 4 units. And his boat would look like the Cape Canaveral frickin' Space Launch Center if it was legal. Because that guy would have run crazy with live scope. Aaron would have gone nuts. He would have had so many units on his boat. He would have had so much as far as technology, and he'd know how to use it. He would have been good at it. He'd be catching fish behind the boat, you know, off the motor, to the left, to the right. He'd be looking 360 and knowing where to cast because he has such a great fish sense.
Ethan said, like the main lake fish, I bet the river fish are relating more to the old shoreline.
Well, you know, Ethan, that's a good point. And if that's the case, and I'm going to do that, Ethan, I'm going to keep that honest. All I have to do is just start fishing right down the middle of this river because all this was a small little river. So to your point, even though this is all pretty, and why don't I actually give that you know what, Ethan, I'm going to do that because you said that, and we're all in this together. I'm going to give that a fair shake after I flip this tree one more time. You just cast down the middle of the river and you're fishing the old Guadalupe rocks. And to that point, I have been on bites before where it is absolutely dead down the middle. And what's cool about that, I'll tell you another story. This is a good one, guys. You brought me up. If I'm in a tournament and these fish are right there, like let's just do it right now. Forget about all that pretty stuff. You see all this pretty stuff here, all that gorgeous stuff that you want to fish? Lake Pleasant in Arizona near Phoenix. All the fish were relating right there to the dead middle because everybody was beating this stuff. Boats would come in here and everybody would fish all the pretty stuff. So I'm in the tournament and the bite was just like that. You throw right down the middle. But every time a boat comes in, you turn and you start casting that way. You follow what I'm saying? So you decoy. People see you fishing the same stuff they're fishing, but every chance you get, when nobody's looking, you fire a cast dead out to the middle. And you just...
I couldn't imagine what Aaron would have done with live scope. Those young dudes would certainly have their work cut out for them going against Aaron.
Oh my God, yeah. Jeff, what Aaron would have done with live scope, those young guys would have been in awe of Aaron's prowess with live scope. But getting back to my story of Lake Pleasant, lake gets pounded, absolutely pounded. The fish are there in the lake, but they sit right dead in the middle of the cuts. So everybody comes in, everybody hits all these targets, like all the targets you see here. And I'm talking pretty stuff. So it'd be very similar to what we're fishing here, which is just targets everywhere. And everybody's making that cast, and those fish are sitting out deep. So I'm gonna give it a try. It's a suggestion. I like the idea. So what I got tied on is a Carolina rig for that. So I'm gonna make a couple casts right out to the middle and see if that would help before I leave here. It's so frustrating because if you guys could see what I see, I got overhanging wood. I throw that thing out there. I see it actually fall down. I could watch a fish come out and grab it if there was a fish there. And I know they would because it's a fall bait, like a tube. That Ica is such a fish catching machine. Slow fall, weedless, going all the way down. And there's not a freaking fish to be found down there. Nothing. Beautiful, beautiful water. Okay, let's do what I told you. Out in the middle out there. That's the old river channel right there. Right dead in the middle of the Guadalupe, the old rocks. I am still looking, and I think we're going to get in the boat and we're going to start running down. Get in the console, get back behind the wheel, and make a move. 72 was our record. Maybe today at some point when I start catching fish in a spot that has them, we're going to get higher than that. But how many hours have we been going right now?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours and 15 minutes. What do we got for time? 11:30. 11:30. I got to start running back down. My daughter has pole vaulting today. She's a pole vaulter, and she has a pole vaulting practice this afternoon. So I got to get her to pole vaulting in New Braunfels, right by your house. Remember I told you my daughter pole vaults right by you? Fred? Yeah. At the airport. She has a pole vaulting lesson today. So we're going to fish, we're going to hit those steep stuff that we talked about on the way down. All right, guys, stay with me. We're going to move. I have not seen one fish or had one bite or even had one look at it. So let's go. Transducer off. Fred, you need water?
Sure.
Ice cold water for Fred. Woohoo! There you go, buddy. Let's keep going. Well, I kept the first half mile, 3/4 of a mile up to the end of the river honest. Oh. I'm going to text, find out where my daughter's at this very moment.
Eli says, explain the mind games people would play before live coverage. Manny says, didn't know they still made Icas.
They still make Icas, and you can buy them on eBay. But they still make Icas, yes.
Jorge asks, what is the name of that lake?
Hold on for a second. I'm trying to find my daughter. I'm still being a dad. And we're going to fish this steep side right up here. You see this stuff? If you guys see that, do you want me to put not now? I'll just put not now.
Yeah, not now.
Try again. I don't want internet connection. Guys, we're going to fish this thing right here, and there's a heat advisory today, so I'm going to cancel her pole vaulting lesson today and find out what time I need to pick her up. All right, everybody, just a little bit. This real steep rock up here, that's pretty cool rock stuff. The joy of being a single dad, everybody that's watching. Always checking in with your kid and finding out where they are, because by the grace of other people that are watching her, I'm able to be out here with you guys. I love that some people talked about having the Uber fun. Let's just fish the heart of this turn. You see the heart of this turn? Okay, so here's the deal. In any turn like this, the heart of it, this is a straightaway right here. The heart of it is that hard little elbow right there. So this is subtle, but this is good. This is the heart of that turn. Plus we have a couple cool elements to it. We have shade. We have broken rock, we have shade, we have the heart of a turn. I like that shade up there like that, because obviously any shade in the water is a good ambush point for those fish. And you got those big trees, these big oak trees up the Guadalupe that we're at. We're in Canyon Lake, by the way. I think somebody asked where. Canyon Lake, South Texas, near San Antonio. Fishing in Ica, kind of the go-to right out here right now. Slow fall, fishes like a tube, easier to cast, totally weedless. And let me just creep it right down through these rocks. There's fish right there now on the live scope. There's fish right there. I wonder what they are. What I'm doing is I'm looking in the live scope to see if there's any fish on the turn in the corner. Here's the challenge. You have live scope on, you're looking at the live scope. You also want to look up shallow, because you can see the clear water up shallow. But there's fish right there in 40 feet out. I would never know those fish weren't there unless I had live scope, and I don't know what they are, but there's these fish swimming in 12 foot of water on what possibly is the old creek channel, just like we talked about. And they're sitting right there in the middle of the channel, down deep. Wow. There's actually quite a few fish. I don't know, those might be catfish. There's some fish sitting there right on the bottom, and they're out in 13 foot of water directly in front of the boat. How we doing over there, Fred?
Fantastic.
Everything's okay?
It looks great.
Did we lose? Are we back down below 60?
We're at 55. We've been staying at 55 continuously.
Oh, we didn't even break the record of 72. I think if the fish...
You know what though? We've been going up and up and up. Yeah, we're still going up and watching the stats.
The stats are going up. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for joining us.
And this was not even promoted.
Not promoted at all. This was just,
Got a good amount of views.
we're going rogue on this one. This is a rogue live stream today. All of you guys, we didn't advertise this. We haven't promoted it. We just wanted to see how we would do going all the way up the river and pre-fishing for Thursday. And really, I wanted to come up here and just see if I could get on something awesome that we could do our usual Thursdays, our live 10 to 2 on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you're watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done it, because you'll get notifications that way.
Share it to all your friends.
Share it to all your friends. Thank you, Fred. Yep. It's all free. My mom used to think subscribing cost money. It doesn't cost money to subscribe. I had to convince my own mother to please subscribe because she didn't want to give them her credit card. I said, Mom, they're not going to take your credit card. Just the word subscribe means I want to see more of what he's doing, or you want to get notifications. But my mom thought, even my own mom, I couldn't get her to subscribe. I was like trying to get to the first 500 just to unlock monetization. And I was like, Mom, please subscribe. And she's like, I don't want to have on my credit card. I don't want credit card fraud. Oh no, Mom, there won't be any credit card fraud. I promise you. You just get to watch your son. You always ask what I'm doing. You get to spend a day on the water with your son in the boat, Mom. You don't have to leave your living room. You can sit there in your comfy chair in the living room and be on a boat with your son, fishing. Funny story, guys. Back in the day, Bassmaster, I apologize for those of you that already heard this. Bassmaster put primitive cameras on our boat. We were streaming through cell towers, and they put a lipstick camera. Lipstick camera's a little cartridge camera, no audio, just a little camera right here, just where you guys are at, right here, just right there. Had a little camera right there, little lipstick cam. And if you were doing well in the tournament, they put the camera on your console, just like where you're at now, where that camera is that you guys are watching me on. So I was doing well in the tournament, going into I think it was on second cut day. No, not final cut day, the qualifier to the final day. So I was fishing Saturday, top 50 guys fish Saturday. And had a co-angler with me. Every time I had to go to the bathroom, I just went to the bathroom right there. Well, I had forgotten that there was a camera. I get back to the weigh-in. My mom calls me while I'm in line at the weigh-in multiple times. I think it's emergency. And my mom goes, Byron Paul? And you know you're in trouble. When I hear Byron Paul, I'm like, oh boy, I did something wrong. She goes, when you got to go to the bathroom, you need to walk to the back of the boat, because me and everybody watching watched you go to the bathroom 3 times out there today. And I'm talking 3 times where I told my co-angler to turn around. So I tell my guy, hey, I go to the bathroom, hold on. And I go over here and I just go to the bathroom while I'm fishing like I'm doing right here. That camera was right there. And yeah, they couldn't monitor me, so they probably didn't realize that I was going to the bathroom. There are fish, to the point that, what's his name said there's fish all over out there.
Mutt Pickle says hello.
Mutt Pickle?
Mutt Pickle.
McPickle. That's a new McPickle. Have you joined us before? I don't recognize that name. I'm slowing down right here, guys, because I'm doing 2 things. I'm going to cast out where the live scope, I say live stream and live scope together, is showing me that there's some marks out there. Don't know what they could possibly be, but they're just roaming around out there. So there are fish on the bottom out there. There's my phone beeping. And I am going to fish that shade pocket wall right there next to me. You guys want to see something cool? Look, I gotta line up on this. This place is beautiful up here. This is the Guadalupe River. Are we having any heat problems or anything else?
We're good here. Looks great.
Look at that. This looks great too. This is an undercut bank. This keeps on going down. I am literally not able to see underneath that thing. But I can tell you that rock is sticking out, and you could swim up under that rock right now. And there's no telling how far back that goes because it's on the turn. So that river comes and turns. So there's no telling how deep that cave is. But that's a cave. I'm at the top of a cave. I'm looking underneath it. I got 14 feet of water. I got 14 feet of water under that rock right there. So this rock goes in there.
RR says love this.
Look at this. This is cool. There's 14 feet of water up underneath that rock. So now you're casting and you're just hoping if there's a fish that they're living up under that cave and they'll come out and be opportunistic and grab I mean, 14 foot deep right there. Great place for cliff jumping. You jump off right here, you got 15 foot of water, 16 foot of water right here. And it's all the way up under there. Because it's on the hard turn, the Guadalupe comes right here, makes a hard turn, slices up under this rock and keeps on going. So everything you see there is oh God. I would love to come back here Thursday and catch fish underneath this. I'm pre-fishing for my Thursday live stream. And I really want to get on some fish up the river just to bring everybody up here Thursday, because we have a pretty cool dedicated audience on Thursday. Thursday we do this live stream every Thursday, 10 to 2, 10:30 to 2:30. Well, never 2:30. Single dad, pick my kid up from school. Oh my gosh, how did I not get bit on that? All right, let's freaking just look around out in the deep. Big, giant rocks. 48 views is 48 more than Bassmaster. Ooh, I won't touch that. But yeah, the inflated numbers that people throw out there, we're legit, man. We're not fudging anything. I appreciate every one of you that's watching.
$10 if you cannonball off the cliff.
Who did?
Manny.
Oh, I thought Danny. I was gonna say, that sounds like my friend Danny. $10. $10 if I cannonball off the cliff. Can I get up there? I'll do it for $10. And then I jump in with your microphone and I ruin a perfectly good microphone. $10, cannonball off the cliff.
2 hours and 21 minutes we've been live.
2 hours and 21 minutes we've been live. I got $10. If it goes to 40, I'm actually going to pull the boat up on the bank and jump off the cliff for $40. Right in the middle of all this, I'll jump. I go park the boat, point the camera towards this cliff, and dive into the water right here. Spear myself on a stump. 60-something-year-old guy jumping in the water for $40. Dance, monkey, dance. That's what it becomes. Dance, monkey. Make me dance. I could. You just have to hold the boat. You'd have to hold the boat so the camera so they could watch me. Get a slush fund. How many people want to see me jump in today? I'll go down to the tree and I'll climb up and dive in it. I'll have to take my microphone off. I got no problem jumping in the water today because the water temperature is 87 degrees and the heat is 100. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's fish up here moving around and I can see them on the scope. So now I went offshore on your suggestion. I'm fishing the wood.
Manny says, damn, doing good for 60, bud.
Doing good for 60? Oh yeah, thanks. 62 years old out here. 62, and I am trying desperately to stay young. Great line I heard, God does not take from a man's allotted time on this earth the days he spends fishing. I love that quote, but God does not take from a man's allotted time the days he spends fishing. So if you have X number of days that you're allowed to live in God's book, your fishing days are off.
Corey says, Byron, next fish you catch, can you bite the head off if it's small?
Corey, no, I will not bite the head off the next fish I catch if it's small. That's not fair to the poor fish. And my sister's a card-carrying PETA member, and she'll never, not that she talks to me right now, but she'll definitely never talk to me again. If she hears I caught a fish and bit the head off it, and just, my sister doesn't like me to begin with. But I got other people too, and then, yeah, that would, even my daughter would probably disown me if she saw that one. And she may be watching right now. Oh my God, this is nuts. Okay, all I got right here is broken wood, rock, the bend of the river, hard bend in the river, fish on the scope, which will distract you. Probably catfish or carp. A lot of catfish in this river, by the way. Surprised they're not biting. All right, let's move down. We're gonna make a run. I'm gonna run a crankbait over the top of a couple of these trees. What I see right here, everybody, is a couple of offshore trees. Just run a crankbait over it real quick because I got that little bit of breeze. Every time I feel even the slightest little happy amount of breeze like that which you see coming on the water right now, it makes me think possibly you could spark up a reaction bite. There's a breeze right there. I have not seen a fish. If I saw a fish suspended in the trees, I'd be a heck of a lot happier. We are pre-fishing the Guadalupe for Thursday's stream. We're also testing the merits of a 3-hour stream. How cool is this river though? It's a beautiful visual. I mean, I know from a visual standpoint, it's really pretty up here.
Ethan says crank to black, still the best thing yet.
Crank to what?
Crank to black.
Ethan, I wish to God they would eat that crankbait. Cranking that shade pocket's right there, and there's a bunch of flooded wood. I can see a bunch of wood just under the surface, and you would think there'd be a fish looking up right in there. Oh, God. Manny, I would love to, man. I hope I get to start moving around with this live stream. Manny, I would love it. These lake has been fishing really tough. What's happened is we fished a tournament last week here. We got third in the tournament down in the lake, and all of our fish came before about 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, which is funny enough about the time we start live streaming, but we even noticed in the tournament that all of our damage got done first thing in the morning up until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. By 10:30, we were struggling just to cull a fish here and a fish there, and fishing all the key areas. We still had just under 15 pounds, had the fish on to finish second easily, all the way to the boat, and then just lost him at the net. But this lake with 90-degree water, middle of the day, has been tough. I was hoping to come up the river. At least we're nowhere. The boats, the scene down there today is going to be nuts. Heated. Cool. Corey, thank you for the $5, man. Is that towards me jumping in the water? Is there a Byron jump in the water? Corey wants me to jump in the water. Oh, is that our Corey?
That's our Corey, yeah.
Corey, our social media director, Corey. She said $5 towards me jumping in the water. I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'll put the boat on spot lock and I'll do it. I'll do it right there at the tree with the. I'll have to take the whatchamacallit off. But there's $10. Oh no! Did somebody say they would give $10 if I jumped in? Yeah. What, you guys are nuts, man. I'm being bribed. It's gonna be like OnlyFans pretty soon. Hey, Byron, I'll give you $50 if you do this. No, you pervert. OnlyFish. Instead of OnlyFans, we have OnlyFish. My idea, Fred, is that you guys want to have their own rods on the boat, so they sit there and they say, "Hey, I'll pay for me to have a rod on the boat that I can sit there and tell you what to put on it." Jeff, hey man, thanks for joining us. Thanks for checking in, Jeff. Good luck on Pickwick, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Love having you. Love having everybody that's becoming a loyal watcher. Thanks for all of you that subscribe to it. Thanks for subscribing to the live stream. This is really cool, everybody. We're way up the Guadalupe right now. Way up the Guadalupe. Looking to see if there's any fish at all. And I'm looking on Live Scope, and I'm also looking. We're about 12 miles from the lake. We're probably 18 miles from the dam. I'd say it's 18 miles from here to the dam, would be my guess. If I was to run all the way down to the dam, it would take, at full speed, it would be 18 minutes. So we're 18 minutes from one end of the lake to the other. It's not a very big lake, but we're about 12 to 15, 12 miles up from the main lake where all the traffic's at right now. If we were out there, guys, you would see just, it's crazy today. It'll be jet ski central. I'm gonna fire one cast only, I promise you, with the Carolina rig right down the middle. Only because I keep marking these fish. So I'm gonna throw this Carolina rig out there and I'm gonna drag this thing along right out in front of all this stuff. Because I've been hitting targets the whole time. So let's see if they'll eat a Carolina rig right in the middle. They suggested a Carolina rig. I think Ethan last Thursday asked me to tie on a Carolina rig, and I was like, that's a good idea. Let's do that for that deep structure stuff. But let's just see. How cool will it be to come up this river and just they're all stacked on the old river channel. They're on the main Guadalupe Rocky River. I'm in 16 foot of water, 15 foot of water, offshore. You know, there's always merit in the fact that they just didn't make it all the way up to the shallows yet. They haven't come up to the dirt shallow. They're not in the stuff yet. But I'm about to run down. I got more deep stuff coming up. We got those big bluff walls coming up. One more cast. Right out in front of all the juice. Come on, fish. Beautiful, beautiful river. Let's just run it. Now we're on a straightaway, so not the most beautiful stretch. I'm just keeping the deep honest real fast right here. Just looking to see if there might be a bite right there. Fred's probably ready to go because it's getting hot out here. I told you we'd be moving fast and stopping and moving fast, and when you get hot, you just...
Just a very slight bit of breeze under this umbrella.
Is it comfortable?
Yeah, you got to be hot up there, though.
I'm burning up here. That's why I'm all about the slush fund to jump in. When I get to that tree and people have said, here's $5 to jump in, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to climb up the tree and jump in. Okay, again, guys, always shut your transducer off when you pull your live scope out of the dealio. Oh my God, my phone's sitting in the sun. I gotta put it away. I'm sure it's burning up right now. All right, guys, moving on.
Sadburger asks, have you caught any today?
Sadburger, yes. This morning we caught one on the first cast on the main river, on the main lake as I was coming up. Sadburger, we caught one in the main lake. I stopped on a spot just to tell you guys what I was doing. Since I've been up the river, I have not even seen, and we got crystal clear water, I have not even seen a keeper fish. We have nice clear water. I see bluegill. I see baby bass. I see some tilapia. I see crappie. I don't see any bass. So I'm eliminating, quickly eliminating, and I have the motor up high too. I had the motor up high because I was in pucker mode coming down, or going up I should say. Stopping here because of the wood. I know you guys can see that. The wood offshore. Sadburger, yeah. First cast, first place, first main lake spot that I wanted to stop. 2.5 pounder first thing this morning. And then I was gone. And then I said, let's go up the river. And here we are, way up the Guadalupe River.
Manny says, my mom wants to know how you got on Bachelor.
Manny's mom wants to know how I got on The Bachelor. Man, I wish I had $1 for every time somebody asked that question. I never watched the show. My friends signed me up. True story. I did not know anything about The Bachelor. My friends put me in the mix and told me that ABC was going to be calling me and that they knew somebody that knew somebody, and they put my name in the mix for The Bachelor. I never, ever watched the show, had no idea what it was about, did not sign up for it. And I got the call from ABC, and they started auditioning me, and 5,000 guys tried out, and I didn't know about it. And they just kept flying me to LA, and I kept going there, and I kept talking to them. And then eventually, somehow, some way, for some weird reason, they picked a 40-year-old divorced bass fisherman as the frickin' Bachelor. To this day, I don't know. It was weird. I did not sign up for it. I had never seen it. All I thought was I was getting free trips to see my mom. I get to go to California in the middle. I'd be flying around. I'd be fishing everywhere in the country. True story. Fishing everywhere in the country. And then all of a sudden I get a phone call. What's the nearest airport you're at? We want to talk to you again. When do you have a break? I would tell them when I was in between tournaments, and they would send a first class plane ticket. Not a private jet back then. I got the private jet once I was the Bachelor. But first class plane ticket, limousine waiting for me in LA. Craziest thing, because I'm sleeping in the back of my Astrovan or sleeping in really bad hotels, like living this horrible life. And all of a sudden, I'm like flying to LA eating sushi on Sunset Boulevard with all the mucks from The Bachelor and ABC brass, vice presidents of ABC programming and all this stuff. And they're vetting you. Like you with all the other guys, they're vetting you to see if you're going to be their guy. So crazy. Look at this stuff, guys. Do you see what I'm fishing? This looks like a beaver dam, doesn't it? It so looks like a beaver dam. I wonder if it's a beaver dam or just a bunch of clump of stuff. Look at this. I talked about this before. When you get into this situation, there are so many targets around that thing. I should get bit there. I should totally get bit there. Hot phone. Watch me be a telemarketer. God, that looks like a beaver dam. That might just be a bunch of stuff that washed down the river and got caught there. But if that doesn't look like a place for a fish to be living, if there was a fish anywhere in this river, damn it. You would think I'd see one swimming around it. I mean, the water's so clear you can. Sorry if I got real quiet. I really thought there would be a fish somewhere around that thing. And I mean, it's kind of like a bass magnet for a bass in a river right there. Is this? I've stripped the line out, let it fall straight down. I got a really good bunch of stuff right there. Never been up here before, but just hitting obviously really good looking targets, and that's one of them right there. Oh boy. I think it's time to take you guys back down the lake here in just a bit. I'm gonna start moving faster and faster and faster because I have not seen one sign, not one sign of life, of like noticeable, catchable bass life, and I'm starting to burn out on it. That was a good spot. Granted, I only got one cast in there before I got snagged, but. $11 foot of water, junk everywhere. So that's how I got picked for The Bachelor, was my friend signed me up, in a nutshell. I got abducted by ABC aliens. I go on these amazing dinners, these amazing limousines, penthouses in Universal Studios, looking out over the city. Gorgeous. Then they'd stick me back on a plane. I'd fly back, and I'd be back in my car eating. Ethan, I was the golf baller. I was the ball hawk. Yes, it was me. Was it you? I was the guy that supplemented his income bass fishing by diving for golf balls. Yes. My last job before I was full-time bass fishing was picking up golf balls out of lakes, because I'd make more money doing that than anything else. And I could pick my own schedule. But I put on a wetsuit, and yeah, Ethan, I dove. Oh, you're welcome, Manny. Tell your mom I got signed up for it, The Bachelor. And crazy, right? So what a crazy life. I'm on ABC's Bachelor, and I dive for golf balls in lakes. I guess I'm guilty of both. I did The Bachelor. I put on a suit. I went to the Emmys, the ESPYs. I was on Ellen DeGeneres, Good Morning America, Jimmy Kimmel, Regis and Kelly. I did all those shows. And then, to supplement my fishing career back in the early days, I was in a wetsuit digging around lakes for picking up golf balls. Very, very hard manual labor, but paid very, 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 very well. Better than I could make money doing anything else. I made more money doing that than I could have as a waiter at a high-end restaurant, which I also tried back in the day. You made so much ridiculous money picking up golf balls in lakes. It was mind-boggling. All I'm doing right now is I got a breeze, and I'm going to fish this brush right here, this brush line. There's no fish up here that I can see. I'm getting discouraged, everybody. I'm fishing a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna go flip that tree over there real quick. I brought a flipping stick for that reason. You see that big laydown right there? Look at that tree sitting out there in the middle of the river. It'd be great if you could just sit there and go to every single major piece of wood in this river and catch them. Look at that stuff, guys. Look at that stuff. Why is there not a fish in that right there? Oh. I will jerk them right out of there if I can get one to bite. Come on, eat that thing.
Ethan says dead water.
Ethan, 100% agree with you.
And Sadburger says, I haven't caught a fish since the start of summer, but I'm moving.
This lake has been fishing really tough in the afternoons, but Ethan, I'm with you, man. This water, I have hit so much beautiful stuff so far. It's time to run back down. Take you guys to some fish. I'll hit a couple spots on the way down, but I'm not going to die in this river all day. And we are already at 12:20. Luckily, we canceled the pole vaulting thing because of the heat today. There's a heat advisory for New Braunfels, so I will not be racing home to pick up my kid and take her to pole vaulting today. See that? I mean, you guys see this when I'm fishing, right? I mean, I'm flipping this beautiful tree with all of this. There's so much good stuff there. At least a freaking keeper. I have not had a keeper up here. And so, Ethan, the Upper Guadalupe, good thing I'm not doing it on Thursday.
Dave is back.
Dave? Wolf of Walmart, Dave? Dave, you missed absolutely nothing except stories. Tales from the crypt of my earlier days. But you have missed not one fish, Dave. I caught a fish. My best fish this morning came off of a foundation point that I know about. And now I'm just, to Ethan's point, I'm in dead water. Dead water. The river is dead. I have seen very little life. Guys, we're going to run down. I'll hit those bluff walls on the way down. I'm losing my ability to see. My watercolors kind of fading away now. We're getting into dirtier water. Oh, the trees? Fish are fun, Dave, but I am shocked that I can't. Like, look at this. You guys can see this right up ahead. 2 trees, hard rock in the shade. If there was a bass anywhere, I'm going to point the camera at this spot. I want you guys to see this. This, in any situation, should have a bass sitting in it. You got 2 big oak trees, so it means a big root system. I'm going to put that bait right down there, right in the pocket. I'll turn the boat right towards it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Look at that spot right there. Creep that bait out right there. You want to tell me there's not a fish? If there was a fish, if there was a bass in this river, one would call that his home. If I was practicing for a tournament, I'd feel good about eliminating this river. Until the tournament, then you find out it gets 1 up here and you just hate yourself. How many times? Umbrella Man, this is Fred out here today. Patrick had to work. Today is Fred, the guy that's normally at the command post on Thursdays. When you hear Patrick talking about the technical support team, today we have the technical support team in the boat because it's the weekend. So Fred was gracious enough to give up a day. And I'm not going to go up under that tree, but I don't need to because there's no fish under there. All right, we're leaving. Dead water, guys. Dead water, dead water. Ethan's right. Dead water, everybody. You guys can feel it. You're watching me throw wacky style Senkos, Carolina rigs, small crankbaits, square bills, freaking Icas. It isn't the lure that's the problem. It's the location. It's not the lure. It's the location. Location, 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 location. Just like real estate. Right now, it's all about location, and we are in crap. We are in Crapville location. I made a commitment to come up the river, and I am paying the price right now. Let me call my daughter. Single dad life. Here we go. Do I have a cell signal? Shut this off?
You can leave it right there.
All right, guys, we're gonna get past this boat and run. Just gonna idle past this boat and then take off. What's up? Is this your water?
Yeah.
I don't want it to get too hot on you.
That's good.
How we doing, Pat? I'm Patrick. How we doing, Fred?
Excellent.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everybody likes seeing you run. They stick around when you run.
Well, because they're wondering where the next spot is and what's going to happen, what I'm going to stop on. And it's like, now I come up to this hard. I know some of you guys saw this on the way up. If you were with us on the way up, I told you this was a spot I was going to definitely hit. We're in 23 feet of water right here. This is some sheer 25 foot of water, main turn right here. I'm going to fish it out just a little bit. I'm going to throw it up in that rock and we're going to sit there and drop it down. We're in the Guadalupe River, South Texas. Look at this stuff. It is hot, hot, hot right now. Woo! Heat advisory. I am glad we're not going to New Braunfels pole vaulting today, Fred. This would not have been a fun day to. This would not have been a.
Pretty still out here right now.
It's getting really still out here. I'm going to do a lot more quick running. I'm going to make a few casts everywhere, guys, and I'm not going to stay very long unless the fish slow me down. I'm not going to.
Says locals poaching fish tails H2O for good spots.
Locals poaching. Hey, listen. Right now, I am not showing you. All I'm doing is eliminating water for locals right now. Any locals that thought about coming up here and winning a tournament up in the river, unless you see something I don't, right now, this is, I have seen all I've seen is little fish. Bluegill, baby bass, some crappie, and tilapia. And I've yet to see any quality fish, even when the water was clear. I mean, can it get any more fishy than that right there? Anybody? Big flooded willow in the rocks, steep water. Can it get any fishier than that? I know you guys are watching going, there's got to be a bass up under that tree right there. I mean, I can see little bluegill in there. All the way back in there. Far back as you can get it. God. Beautiful water, everybody. Well, underwater, there's a stair step here. Big broken rock. What I'm looking at underwater is big broken rock. That tree is growing in and amongst all that big broken rock on the side of a break.
Ethan says drop shot type day.
Yeah, Ethan, if there were, it is a drop shot day with this lack of wind and all that. Oh man, or Carolina rig like we were doing. Ethan, you pulled the Carolina. I think the Carolina rig would play out in the lake. I'm gonna hit 2 more spots and then you'll be glad to know that I'm taking you guys out to the one of the good structure spots. I got to go to it. You guys have stuck around too long wanting to see a fish, and I got to probably give the river up and run out to a deep spot. I feel like I left fish in the lake and came exploring, and I am not getting paid at all. This river, and you ask yourself, you know, did the water come down so hard it just freaking purged this river of most of the life? Did all these fish get washed hard down into the lake and they're not up here and they haven't come back up and they're not moving up in the river? I mean, I'm talking to myself, I'm speculating, but I'm fishing really good stuff. Nathan, it is hot. It's 88-degree water temperature.
Line says when the water's that clear and hot, they definitely had deep.
So I'm keeping cast on it, and I agree with you. Thanks for the heads up. I am on board with that. I am actually live scoping right now, looking, if you guys could see it, but we don't have the handheld today. But I'm looking out there in the 25 to 28 foot of water range. I'm looking at the base of the rocks right now. Base of the rocks and 25 foot. I'm on the river edge right here. There's a hard river edge right there. 25 foot, straight out in front of the boat. Right out there is the hard stair step type break coming off of the main Guadalupe, where it makes a hard turn right here. Fish this tree and leave. Flip around that tree right there in 20 foot of water.
We've been sitting for 3 hours now.
And
We're good.
not a break.
Not a break.
3 hours, guys. You've been with us for 3 hours without a failure. Hopefully all that's behind us. You know, we're trying really hard to make this is proof of concept day. And I'm about ready to take you guys for a boat ride. Yeah, let's go. We're out. I'm done. I'm headed out. We're going for a good ride. We're gonna get back down by the marina. The experiment coming up in the Guadalupe has not produced. So let's pack it up and let's go. Even Fred, who doesn't fish a lot, is like, I'm ready for a change of scenery. Are you not? The audience is too.
We can catch something then, yeah.
We can catch something. We can catch something out in the lake. We ain't catching it up here. All right, everybody. If the locals are watching, they're going to see me run to some stuff now. Are we still live?
We're still live.
On this camera right here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate every one of you guys. I'm going to have a
Sean said,
energy drink.
Sean's here. Sean said, what is happening? Are we cheating on our Thursday date? And said $20.
Chilling. Thanks for the 20. Man, thank you for the super chats are awesome. Thank you guys so much. What we're doing right now, here's the deal. I came all the way up to Guadalupe as far as I could. I don't even see if that camera's on. Is it on? Because I can't see it. It's really weird. I don't see the monitor anymore. We were also TikToking, but we lost cell service. I wanted to come to the very end of the lake. I wanted to run all the way up to the end of the Guadalupe and start fishing my way back. And I've been doing that. Caught a good one down in the lake on the way up just to stop and set up and tell you guys what we're doing. Came up here, have not caught a fish since I've been up here. Gonna run back down the lake right now. Get back out in the main lake. It's probably gonna be pretty crowded with all the people, but I got one area that doesn't get as crowded as the other side of the lake. So.
And then we got a new viewer here. Blue Exodus says, Central Florida, what's up?
Blue Exodus, Central Florida, what's up, man?
And then Nathan says, go get some Black's barbecue and call it a day. It's too hot.
Nathan, go get some Black's barbecue, call it a day, it's too hot. It's 100 degrees out here. The water's 90. I'm gonna hit two places that we crushed them in the tournament last Sunday. We had just under 15 pounds. I had the fish on to have over, so stick with me for this last 40 minutes. What time is it right now? I'm gonna give this 40 more minutes, and I'm gonna...
12:30.
What? 12:30. 1:15 we're gonna be done. 1:15 I'm calling it a day because it's hot as could be out here. And 12:30 I'm gonna hit two structure spots where we caught them in the tournament, and I'm going to tell you why they're there and show you the old shoreline. This river has been dead. Came all the way up the river as far as we could go, and been looking at water, looking at stuff, clear water, can't see a fish, can't buy a bite. So thank every one of you. We're on every Thursdays, 10 to 2, while my daughter's in school. Today my daughter's at her friend's house. This is awesome. So I got to come out here with Fred. So Fred, the person normally who's at control counter in wherever his studio is at, and we're sending the signal to him, he decided to come out today. Please like and subscribe if you haven't to the YouTube channel.
Well, we're at 65 viewers right now. So
65 viewers.
We need less than 10.
7, right? If we get over 72 viewers, you guys, if we get over 72 viewers, that's a record for the most that we've had at one moment, because before we've had these dropouts. Things happen, we lose a signal, all this stuff happens. So now we're doing this interactive live streaming now, and we got 65 viewers. We're hoping to get to 72, and we're gonna break our record of the most we've ever had watching at one time, which is just cool and crazy. And we're just still a fledgling deal. We didn't advertise this whatsoever. We did not advertise this one bit. We didn't know, this is proof of concept. We didn't know if we'd have a signal, if Starlink would be great all the way up the river. We ran to run all the way in there, and the trees and the big walls that are out here, and we're gonna lose the signal because it got kind of narrow up there. And we still have a great signal. We've had a signal. We have not lost stream all day. We have not lost a stream. We're 2.5 hours in. Right now,
3 hours.
3 hours in. Right now, for the last hour, I'm gonna hit a milk run. So every one of you guys stay with me, because I am.
Exodus says he's working on his project boat. He's going to subscribe. Nathan says I'll be there out there Thursday and Friday. I'm a local. Canyon is fishing really good right now if you know where to go.
Oh, Ethan, show us where. I'm glad to have you. Ethan can come out on the boat. Ethan, here's the challenge. It's fishing really good till about 11 o'clock. And we have found this out because we fished a tournament last week, and we got third in that tournament, and it's fishing good. But if you want to come out, Ethan or Nathan or whoever, and want to put on a clinic, I have zero ego in this. Come on out, let's go fishing. But right now, I'm going to tell you, from 11 to 2, 11 to 3, it wasn't even easy during the tournament. We had spots where we caught them. We go back to call later in the day, 12, 1 o'clock, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, and my partner, Danny Reby, and I, we barely get one bite off of it. You can see them on live scope. I'm going to take you to those areas right now. So right now, we're leaving the Guadalupe. We're going to run back down into the lake. I'm going to ignore everything that looked pretty, and I'm going to go to my high percentage places. And I'm going to fish 2 or 3 of my high percentage places, and after that, we're going to call it a day. Because
Nathan and Blue know that we are using Starlink. They're talking about why that we need a Starlink, but we are using it.
Nathan and Blue, we are using Starlink, but we're also testing it. We've lost a stream, Nathan and Blue, and thank you guys for the super chats, by the way. We have lost a stream. The last 3 times we lost streams while we were out here, and we're trying to get it to the point. Other issues. There were just other issues. So we're trying to make sure that this stream on Sunday, which was not advertised, which wasn't planned, but Fred's like, dude, let's go out. Let's try to stream and make sure that the TikTok is working. This is working. When we get down to the lake, we're probably going to hook the TikTok back up and bring TikTok back into the fold so people can watch on TikTok too. But TikTok's not interactive like you guys. Nathan, Blue, Dave, Eli, every one of you guys, all the new guys, everybody that's joining us, thank you so much. We're just trying to make this live stream work. It's a work in progress. It really is. So I'm going to finish my drink, and I'm going to take you guys to the juice. So stand by. We are moving. We're moving out of the river. Pack everything up and run. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm on the lake right now, up in the river. Okay, just let me know. Just give me. Hey, can you hear me? There's a heat advisory. So we canceled pole vaulting. Camber, we canceled pole vaulting because it's too hot. No, I know. I gotta ask you what time I need to pick you up. So where and when do? Just let me. Yeah, just let me know when and where I need to pick you up. What? What? Okay. Okay, bye-bye. What was he yelling at us about? I couldn't do anything right? I'm not allowed to go by him? Was I supposed to stop and walk across? Yeah, I see him.